Forge Gang, Foot Clan, let's go! I'm still a hard man, let's go! What's up, IDL, let's go! Good morning. Good morning. Audio's good. I really wanted to find my tablet so I could read chat. So give me just 1 second. We finished Blood Meridian, and I didn't really give like a rating of what I thought about it, or really like a review of what I thought about the book, because we did finish it on the last what's it called, Red Dead 2 stream. We did actually finish Blood Meridian. My final thoughts on Blood Meridian is that it's a really violent western that they can't even make a movie out of. Now, James Franco did try to make a film out of it. There's been numerous film adaptations that just frankly just suck ass. But yeah, I've been playing a lot of Kakarot. I've got the DLC. I got the DLC for a deal, for a steal even. And yeah. But so Blood Meridian, violent movie, can't really be adapted to film version. It's kind of just like, well, I mean, he wrote No Country for Old Men too, so there's also that like dynamic that the good guy loses in the end. The bad guy, the actual disgusting child killer pedophile, rapes the guy to death in an outhouse. And in like some kind of satanic blood ritual thing. So yeah. Out of 10, well, really out of 5, I'll probably give it like a 3 out of 5 stars. Cause like I don't like going on the Dave. Well, really, I guess Dave Meltzer does do fucking 5 stars. Fuck! So I guess I need to do like 10 stars, like out of 10 stars. Dave Meltzer's very close to starting 10-star reviews. But Blood Meridian by Cormac McCarthy, solid 6 out of 10. Just because it's hard to follow. The story is very well developed, and the places that they talk about are real places, but overall, it's the first time, because that was the second time that I actually had listened to it. The first time that I finished it, it genuinely pissed me off. Like, it's the only book I've ever listened to or read that genuinely made me feel anger when I finished it. Never before has that happened. So anyway, okay. That works. Of course, we're gonna go hardcore, because we're hard! So, since we still haven't beat Red Dead Redemption 2, which is the longest running playlist on this channel, I decided to start a new book that'll maybe carry us through the end of it. And then I guess, like, when I get to the end of it, like, if I'm not finished with the book, then I'll just do, like, online poker in, like, Red Dead 2 or something and, like, finish the book. You know? But it actually has a decent film adaptation with Nicolas Cage in it, which I think is on Hulu now. I actually rented it for, like, $5. If I should have just waited for, like, another 2 months, it would just be on Hulu now. But yeah, so Butchers Crossing is what we're going to start next. As we play Red Dead Redemption 1 and try to finish Red Dead Redemption 2. This stream is actually powered by Audible. Yes. Yes. Because we're using Audible to listen to Butchers Crossing. This will actually be, again, the second time that I've listened to a book that I've played on stream. Now, if I can just find Audible. Okay. I did play like a preview of like chapter 1 on like the last stream after we finished Blood Meridian. But, like I said, okay, this is Butcher's Crossing by John Williams, not John Marston. Read by Anthony Heald. This is the unabridged version. It's 10 hours worth of content. What's good about this is that Audible will actually tell me how long the chapters are, so I can actually just, you know, like I can know how long is left. But okay, let me make sure my Bluetooth is off. I really wish I had found my tablet. I don't know where my freaking tablet is, and that's disconcerting, guys. All right. But anyway, okay, yeah, it'll be a die you drink stream. I'm drinking a little bit more. I've been trying to cut out the day drinking as much, but I just got off, and it's what I want to do. And since I haven't been smoking the devil's lettuce, the herbal Jew, I've been overcompensating with like cigarettes. Come here, you fucking horse! All right. All right. So, we can go see De Santa, or we can go see Flowers for a Lady. Landon Ricketts. I really don't want to go meet that old fucker, because he's going to have some bullshit for me to do. Like some smarmy bullshit. I'm closer to De Santa. Probably. Maybe I could buy a house there, though. Buy fucking old man Ricketts, and then I won't have to be out in the middle of fucking nowhere. Fuck it. Alright. So here we go. Butcher's Crossing by John Williams. It's basically about, well, you'll see.
This is Audible. Blackstone Audio presents Butcher's Crossing by John Williams. Everything that has life gives sign of satisfaction, and the cattle that lie on the ground seem to have great and tranquil thoughts. These halcyons may be looked for with a little more assurance in that pure October weather, which we distinguish by the name of the Indian summer. The day immeasurably long sleeps over the broad hills and warm, wide fields. To have lived through all its sunny hours seems longevity enough.
But yeah, hope everyone's doing alright.
Do not seem quite lonely. At the gates of the forest, the surprised man of the world is forced to leave his city estimates of great and small.
Por favor, si señorita.
The knapsack of custom falls off his back with the first
Fuck
steps
you.
he takes into these
Fuck
precincts.
you. Fuck you.
Here is sanctity.
You're cool.
Shapes our religion, and reality which discredits our heroes. Here we find nature to be the circumstance which dwarfs every other circumstance, and judges like a god all men that come to her. Nature, Ralph Waldo Emerson. I and poets send out the sick spirit to green pastures like lame horses turned out unshod to the turf to renew their hooves. A sort of yarb doctors in their way. Poets have it that for sore hearts as for sore lungs, nature is the grand cure.
Teach you to fucking rob me, lady.
That's my teamster on the prairie. And who made an idiot of Peter the Will Boy? The confidence man, Herman Melville.
Yo, what's up, Tree Master Bob?
Chapter 1.
Tree Master Bob, we have started Butchers Crossing, which is by John Williams. There's also a movie adaptation with Nicolas Cage in it that is on like Hulu or something now. I actually rented it when I could have just waited like 2 months and then just had it. But yeah, that's what we're listening to now since we finished Blood Meridian on the last stream. The last, what was it? Red Dead Redemption 2 stream.
The coach from Ellsworth to Butchers Crossing.
This stream is powered by Audible. Use Audible for all your book learning and listening needs. It's great and affordable, and yeah, do it. I actually have Mein Kampf, the Henry Ford edition, which is still kind of, that's not that great, but it's on Audible. Someone actually gifted it to me once. That's how I have it.
It was a Dorothy that had been converted to carry passengers and small freight.
Maybe we'll listen to that one day.
The cart over the ridged, uneven road that descended.
It's like 12 hours long.
Into Butchers Crossing. As the small wheels of the Dorothy entered and left the ruts made by heavier wagons, the canvas-covered load lashed in the...
Hello, Larper. How are you doing?
The rolled-up canvas side curtains thumped against the hickory rods that supported the lath and canvas roof, and the single passenger at the rear of the wagon...
Does the book sound alright? Can you hear the book?
Wedging his body against the narrow sideboard, one hand was spread flat against the hard, leather-covered bench.
Do I need to adjust audio
One
levels?
of the smooth hickory poles set in iron sockets.
$200?
The driver, separated from his passenger by the freight that had been piled nearly as high as
Working.
the roof, shouted above the snorting of the mules and the creaking of the wagon, "Butchers Crossing, just ahead." The passenger nodded and leaned his head and shoulders.
Turn the book up a little? Well, I can't. I can maybe hold it closer.
Shacks and tents.
How's that?
Cluster before a taller patch of trees. He had an instantaneous impression of color, of light dun.
It's not below me now. It's like right next to
A
me.
heavy splash of green. Then the bouncing of the wagon forced him to sit upright.
Better. Alright.
He gazed at the swaying mount.
Mr. Marston, how the devil are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Oh,
Mr. Rick?
this ain't the old con man.
I'm glad you're here because these men were just telling me about Mr. Escuela.
Escuela. Javier.
Emilio, let me ask you something. His nombre is Javier Señor Escuela? Is Javier to see?
No sé, señor.
He doesn't know.
He don't know a damn thing, son.
Ask him, was he about 5'8"? Mustache? Did he have an American in tow?
Now, Javier in Red Dead 2 is like...
Randy Americano?
Yo
No,
sé.
that's Charles. Charles is the Indian.
Again, I got that.
I can't even remember if you see Javier in
Emilio's
Red Dead Redemption 2.
She's a fine young woman, a teacher, a human being, not the clothed vermin so many people seem to have turned into.
Tell him I'm sorry.
When a man's family is involved, you need a little more enthusiasm than mere apologies.
I have enough worries, sir. This man's problems pain me, but they're not quite my own.
Those who sit on the fence make a choice in their own way.
Where are you at on this one? I can't really remember. He's in it? Okay. I just can't remember Tree Master Bob. Like I said, it's been like a long time since I played 2. So it's like playing it for the first time again.
I think we should get going.
Like KT pointed out to me that like on the last stream there was this woman who like they were saying like Dutch and then the old woman shot her, but she was like, I told the feds about everything. Some Irish girl, you know, and but yeah, they're gonna do some bullshit talking.
Some things about you, John Marston. Really? That perhaps you're more in need of my help.
I can actually still read my chat and play Audible. Audible is based, guys. Audible,
Everyone seems to know my business, but nothing about the men I'm looking for.
It isn't easy
Audible
getting the
makes
locals
it possible. How about that? What do you think about that? Now, I'm gonna want to start playing this, and as soon as I start playing it, they're gonna start fucking talking.
Round of goods in front of him, blinking rapidly. He was a man in his early 20s, slightly built with a fair skin that was beginning to redden after the day's exposure to the sun. He had removed his
The only
hat
way
to
to
wipe
travel,
the
so they
sweat
keep
from his...
telling me. We'll get off at Casa Madrugada and ride from there.
I don't use audiobooks, but it's good. It works for you. I bet it's nice for work. Yeah, it really is nice for work. I used to have a lot of time to sit down and like read. I don't really have a lot of time now. So like even when I watch streams and stuff, like I'm not even really watching the person on the stream. I'm like listening to them. So like, you know, sometimes like I like miss visual cues or something or what's happening because I'm listening to it. But then I mean sometimes, you know, but yeah, it's just kind of like a convenience thing. Like you know, if they say like whenever 3-4 is playing a game, half the time I'm not even really watching it because I'm working, but I'm listening to him talk about the game or talk to chat or read chat. And then, you know, if I hear something or like want to say something, I'll just, you know, get on my phone and, you know, type it. I've been watching any streams and it's been amazing. Yeah, I really haven't been watching that many streams either. I've been watching a lot of videos, more videos. I did see Shaggy streamed about, I don't know if it was like an old surfer stream or if like they were streaming the same night, but like I woke up and like Warhammer had like a 3-hour stream snipe of it. So I kind of watched it, but I really didn't get the context of any of it besides like, you know, Shaggy and Surfer being gay. But alright.
Here's what we're gonna start next.
Oh no! Shit. See, look, I just played my own stream. I didn't mean to do that.
Forehead then had not replaced it. His light brown hair...
That server stream is months old. Okay, yeah, like I figured, like audio, like I couldn't tell if it was like something that was recent or if it was old. I've been training my puppy and doing anything that doesn't involve screens lately. Just can't care, lol. I've just been watching the Perspic snipe of the DSP stuff as background. Yeah, like I'm like there's just like I guess people are like getting on this like, you know, DSP thing and like, you know, like Deadman's talked about it. I've seen a video talking about it. Oh shit, just than DSP. Like most of these people are worse than DXP. Shaggy seemed to be seething hard about the surfer vid. And it's like like I think Shaggy lives in like literally like some like hole in the earth somewhere where like he gets this shit like he gets it through the Pony Express of the internet or something like.
He wore yellowish-brown nankeen trousers that were nearly new in the creases. But even in the breeze made by the Doherty's slow forward progress, his white linen shirt was spotted with sweat and hung limply on him. The blonde nap of a 2-day-old beard glistened with moisture. Occasionally, he rubbed his face with a soiled handkerchief as if the stubble irritated his skin.
There should be some
As they neared town...
Oh, and just in case, if you know, don't Google it or nothing, or you know, you, like Butchers Crossing, the cover of the book is just a silhouette of a buffalo. Okay, so if that gives you any.
Oh, the road leveled and the wagon went forward more rapidly, swaying gently from side to side, so that the young man was able to relax his grasp on the hickory pole and slump forward more easily on the hard bench. The clock of the mule's feet became steady and muffled. A cloud of dust like yellow smoke rose about the wagon and billowed behind it. Above the rattle of harness, mules' heavy breathing,
Let's just ride in there together,
the
nice
uneven
and
creaking
calm.
of the wagon, could be heard now and then the distant shout of a human voice and the nickering of a horse.
Nickering?
Along the side of the road, bare patches
You nicker in there?
long level with prairie grass. Here and there, the charred crossed logs of an abandoned campfire were visible. A few hobbled horses grazed on the short yellow grass and raised their heads sharply, their ears pitched forward at the sound of the wagon passing. A voice rose in...
One thing I will say that I like a whole lot more about Butchers Crossing than Blood Meridian is that
Carlos. See? We're here for Luisa. She's still being held up in the
John
cage.
Williams is a lot more descriptive
Who's the cowboy? We're here to help.
in like giving you description of like the scene or what's going on or like some real kind of dialogue
Let's do it.
as opposed to Blood Meridian, which is just kind of like it's
All right, let's
it's
play.
very scarce, and like I mean it tells you what's going on, but it really doesn't. Like it's not cohesive really at all. It's just like, you know, you fucking wake up and something else is happening.
Anger. Someone laughed. A horse snorted and neighed, and a bridle jingled at a sudden movement. The faint odor of manure was locked in the hot air.
Wait and cover.
Butchers Crossing could be taken in almost at a glance. A group of 6 rough frame buildings was bisected by a narrow dirt street. There was a scattering of tents beyond the buildings on either side. The wagon passed first on its left, a loosely erected tent of army drab with rolled up sides, which held from the roof flap a flat board crudely lettered in red, Joe Long, Barber. On the opposite side of the road was a low building, almost square, windowless, with a flap of canvas for a door. Across the bare front boards of this building were the more carefully executed letters in black, Bradley Dry Goods. In front of the next building, a long, rectangular structure of 2 stories, the Doherty stop. From within this building came a low, continuous murmur of voices, and there could be heard the regular clink of glass on glass. The front was shaded by a long overhang of roof, but there was discernible in the shadow over the entranceway an ornately lettered sign.
All right.
With black edging, which
All
said,
that gibberish, yeah.
The entrance is down this way.
Upon a long bench in front of this place sat several men lethargically staring at the wagon that came from the vault. The young passenger began to
Well,
gather.
nice shot there, old man.
You're not covering me.
What are you talking about? You're killing them all.
Who wants it next?
He lifted the carpet bag over the sideboard into the street, and with the same motion lifted a leg over the boards and stepped the hanging iron plate, which let him stand around. When his boots struck the earth, dust
I'll kill you all. What are you doing back there?
settled on the new black
What?
leather and on the bottom of his trouser leg, making their colors nearly the same. He picked up the bag and walked under the projected partner into the shade. Behind him, the driver's purse mingled with the flame of
This doesn't look good.
the jingling of harness chains. He tapped the wagon. The driver called plaintively, "Some of you men, give me a hand with this
More on
freight."
the way.
The young man who had got off the wagon stood on the rough board sidewalk, watching the driver
Guard
struggle
Ricketts
with
while he
wreckage
destroys the
tangle
lock,
with
okay.
the harness trace. 2 of the men who had been sitting on the bench got up, rushed past,
Deal with those
and went
bastards.
slowly into the street. They contemplated the rope that secured the freight and began unhurriedly to tug at the knots. With a final jerk, the driver managed to unsnarl the reins. He led the mules in a long diagonal across the street.
Oh, you bastard.
A low, open building with a split log roof supported by unpeeled
Drink.
upright logs.
Landed
After
Ricketts
the driver
rides
led his
again.
team into the
Oh,
stable,
come on.
came upon the street.
Hope you're ready for this.
The 2 men were methodically loosening the ropes that held the covered freight. The The sounds from inside the saloon were muffled.
Oh, it's brutal.
By layers of dust and heat.
Going in with a Delaware shotgun
The young
next
man
time.
stepped forward carefully upon the odd lengths of scrapboard set directly on the earth. Facing him was a half-done.
I mean, it's bullshit, like,
The near edge
checkpoint,
was a
LARPer.
huge covering held upright by two diagonal poles, which let down to cover the wide front opening. Inside the dugout, on benches and shelves, were scattered a few saddles and a half dozen or more pairs of boots. Long strips of raw leather.
Can we skip them, like, Jabberjaw and shit, like...
To the left of this small dugout was a double-storied structure, newly painted white.
Alright,
with
look.
red trimmings, nearly as long as
I took, like...
saloon.
I took like 5 years of Spanish. I'm gonna tell you if I know what they're saying. Hey, hello, what's up? Something good, something, yeah, no, no, hey, yo, I'm Carlos. No, it's important. It's something military. I like the mouth. Very pretty. Something traders. Alright. It's 5 years Spanish there.
And somewhat higher. In the dead center of this building was a wide door, above which was a neatly framed sign that read, Butchers Hotel.
What are you reading? I was reading the Spanish subtitles, but I was translating it into English. English.
This way.
He entered the hotel and paused just beyond the open door to let his eyes become accustomed to
Nearly
the
there.
The vague shape of a counter rose in front of his right. Behind it, unmoving, stood a man in a white shirt. A half dozen straight leather-seated chairs.
Drop that bastard, Marston.
Oh, dude, get down.
Given from square windows set.
I have to walk all the way down
Get up
again.
here, Marston.
The squares were covered with a translucent cloth that glittered slightly inward.
Don't give him any.
As if the dimness and comparative coolness were a vacuum.
Stay with me.
He went across the bare wood floor to the waiting clerk. How would I do? His voice echoed hollowly in the silence.
Keep
The
at
clerk
it,
pushed
Marston.
forward an open ledger and handed him a steel-tipped quill. He signed
This way.
slowly.
Looks like we might need a little dynamite to get it open. Keep
The
watch
ink
while I get
was
it ready.
thin, a pale blue against the gray page. $2, the clerk said, pulling the ledger closer to him and peering at the
Deal
page.
with those bastards.
2 bits extra if you want hot water.
Oh, come on, dude.
He looked up suddenly.
Dude's a trooper.
Be here long?
Really? Are you fucking serious, bro? No!
McDonald?
Bro! Motherfucker got shot with a 12 gauge, was limping, looked at me, shot me. I shot him in the chest. He looked at me again and fucking, like, shot me. Killed
Fine,
me.
let's find Louisa.
The clerk nodded slowly.
Drink, yeah, it's a fucking drink.
Sure, everybody knows McDonald. Friend of yours? Not exactly, Andrews said. Do you know where I can find him?
Now, what I do like about what's kind of similar with Blood Meridian and the main character in Blood Meridian is the kid or then the man, right? And the main character in this one, I forget his name. We'll find his name out here soon, but they kind of sound similar. Like maybe it's the same voice actor, you know, or something. Can I like just shoot them? Like, why can't I just shoot them, bro? Watch it make me. If I did, though, it'd be like you failed the mission. You failed the mission, so you gotta walk all over again. Yeah, I'm looking for Carlos. This is a prohibited military zone. Get out at Casa. I think he's calling them like you're very beautiful women with pretty mouths. I think that's what he's saying to him to make him chase him.
Well, I say we've
The
waited
clerk
long
nodded.
enough.
He has an office down by the Briny pits, about a 10-minute
The
walk
entrance is
from
down
here.
this
Okay, the Brinan pits, guys.
Andrew said.
Guys, if you know what Brinan is with leather and stuff like that, crafting, pay attention.
I just got in from Hillsworth a few minutes ago, and I'm tired. The clerk closed the door so that the key on a large ring.
Or your translation is way off. It could be that. Oh my god.
That's it, partner.
I'll bring up the water whenever you want it.
No, you're dead.
Boy,
About an hour, Andrew said. Room 15, the clerk said. It's just off the stairs. Andrew's
nearly there.
The stairs were unsided treads without headers, pitched sharply up from the far wall, and cut into a small rectangular opening in the center.
What are you doing back there?
Andrew stood at the head of a narrow hall,
Drop that bastard.
set with a long row of rooms. He found his own room and entered through the unlocked door.
Andrews.
In the room,
I think
there was
that's his
space
name.
only for a narrow row of
Andrews kind of sounds like the kid.
You're not covered.
roughly hewn table with a lamp, tin watches, a mirror, and a straight chair similar to those he had seen below in the lobby. The room had one window that faced the street. Set into it was a light detachable wood frame covered with gauze like that. I realized
She
he
must
had
be
seen
in here.
numerous windows
I'm gonna see
since
if I
he
can
got
load the
into
door
town.
open. You keep
He
guard.
set his
There'll be
carpet
more
down
on the way.
bare mattress. After he had unpacked his belongings,
think
he
you'll be
shoved
wanting
his
this
bag
no
under
more,
the low
friend.
bed and stretched himself out on the uneven mattress. It rustled and sank beneath his weight. He could feel the taut ropes which supported the mattress against his body. His lower back, his buttocks, and his upper legs throbbed dully. He had not realized before how patient the journey had been.
You bastard.
Now the journey was done. And as his muscles loosened, his mind went back over the way he had come. For nearly 2 weeks by coach and rail, he had let himself be carried across the country. From Boston to Boston, from Albany to New York, from New York. The names of the cities jumbled, disconnected from the route he had taken.
I'm fucking putting them all on you, bro.
Philadelphia, Cincinnati, St. Louis. He remembered the grinding discomfort of the hard coach chairs and the inert waiting in grimy depots on slatted wooden benches. All the discomforts of his journey now seeped outward from his bones,
Stand
brought
back,
to
damn it.
consciousness by his knowledge of
Here
the
goes.
journey's end. He knew he would be sore tomorrow. He smiled and closed his eyes against the brightness of the covered window that he faced. He dozed. Some time later, the clerk brought up a wooden tub and a bucket of steaming water. Andrews roused himself and scooped up some of the hot water in the tin
Come
basin.
on, boy.
He
Poor
soaked
girl's
his
barely
face
alive.
and shaved. The clerk returned
Let's
with
get the
2
hell
more
out of here
buckets
before any
cold
more of
water
them show
and poured
up.
them in the tub. When he had left the room, Andrews undressed, slowly shaking the dust from his garments as he drew them off. He laid them carefully on the straight chair.
Oh, come on, dude.
He sat down, his knees drawn up to his chin.
Skillfully done, sir.
He soaked himself slowly, made drowsy by the warm water and the late afternoon quiet. He sat in the tub until his head began to nod forward. When at last it touched his knees, he straightened himself and got out of the tub. He stood on the bare floor, dripping water, and looked about the room. Finding no towel, he took his shirt off the chair and dried himself. A dimness had crept into the room. The window was a pale glow in the gathering murk.
Oh, I'm sure we're gonna be running away on a fucking horse shooting shit.
It appeared to throb like something alive, growing larger and smaller. From the street came the slowly rising mutter of voices and the sounds of boots clumping on the boardwalks. A woman's
Looks like
voice
Carlos
was
left us
raised
some
in
horses.
laughter,
Come on.
then abruptly cut off. The bath had relaxed him and eased the increasing throb of his strained back muscles. Still naked, he pushed the folded linsey-woolsey blanket into a shape like a pillow and lay down on the raw mattress. It was rough to his
Let's
skin.
go before any more of them
But he
show up.
was asleep.
Where's my horse
It was
at?
fully dark in his room. During the night, he was awakened.
Protect
several times by
Ricketts, of
sounds
course.
not quite identified on the edge of his sleeping mind. During these periods
Here
of
comes more.
wakefulness, he looked
Son of a bitch.
in the total darkness, could not certain of the walls, the limits of his room.
Well, they're not really coming for us. Like, they're just ambushing us.
He felt that the sounds of laughter,
Bastards.
new thumps and gratings, the jingling of bridle bells and harness chains, all proceeded from his own head and whirled around there like wind in a hollow sphere. Once he thought he heard the voice.
Protect missions always annoy me in games.
Very near, down the hall in one of the rooms. He lay awake for several moments, listening intently.
Looks like Carlos left
But
us
he
some
did
horses.
not hear
Come
her
on.
again. Chapter 2. Andrews breakfasted at the
Andrews, that's his
In a
name.
narrow room at the rear of the first floor was a single long table.
Let's go before
around
any
which
more
were
of them
scattered
show up.
a number of the straight chairs that appeared to be the hotel.
So, chat, meet our boy Andrews. Andrews, this is chat.
Hotel's principal furniture. Three men were at one end of the table, hunched
Look out,
together in conversation. Andrews sat alone at the other end. The clerk who had brought his water up the day before came into the dining room and asked Andrews if he wanted breakfast. When Andrews nodded, he turned and
Meet up.
went to the small kitchen behind the far end of the table. He walked with a small rim that was visible only from
Kisarera these,
He returned
nigga.
with a tray that held a large plate of beans and hominy grits and a mug of steaming coffee. He put the food before Andrews and reached to the center of the table for an open dish of salt. Where could I find my father this time of the morning? Andrews asked him. In his office, Mark said. He's there most of the time, day and night. Go straight down the road towards the creek and turn off to the left just before you get to the patch of cottonwoods. It's the little shack just this side of the Brining pit. Brining pit? With the hides, the clerk said.
The hide,
Yes.
son.
Andrews nodded. The clerk turned again and left the room. Andrews ate slowly. The beans were lukewarm and tasteless, even with salt, and the hominy grits were mushy and barely warm food. The coffee was hot and bitter. It numbed his tongue and made him pull his lips tight along his even white teeth. He drank it all as swiftly as the heat would allow him. By the time he finished breakfast and went into the street, the sun had risen high above the few buildings of the town and was bearing down upon the street with an intensity that seemed almost material. There were more people about than there had been the afternoon before when he first had come into the town. A few men in dark suits with bowler hats mingled with...
Good morning. Good morning, Code of Truth.
faded blue Levi's.
Brother, how are you doing? We're listening. We're playing Red Dead Redemption 1. We're on chapter 2 of Butchers Crossing. Bro, this stream is brought to you by Audible that makes it possible. Okay?
Thank you for saving me. You're a good man.
Yeehaw, yeehaw. Forge gang till I die. Forge gang for life, bro. Hard!
I remember that name from prison. Bad people spoke of him.
I told you, John, he's still in Mexico.
He's still in old Mexico.
I guess we'll keep looking.
With Ethan Rolfe. But bro, yeah, we started Butchers Crossing. Hard! We are on hardcore mode, bro. That's why some bastard took like a shot from a 12 gauge and then like a repeater round to his chest, shot me, and then shot me again. But yeah, bro, this is Butcher's Crossing. We're on chapter 2 since we finished Blood Meridian. I gave my honest review and I've been still kind of comparing Blood Meridian to this. I do like Blood Meridian, Butcher's Crossing more than Blood Meridian. Okay, that's might be a controversial contrarian take, but I'm willing to go there.
Soiled canvas or broadcloth. They walked with some purpose, yet without particular
Oh, fuck.
on the sidewalk and into the street. Amid the drab shades of the men's clothing, there was occasionally visible the colorful glimpse, red, lavender.
The first time that I finished Butcher's Crossing, you're always contrarian. The first time that I finished Butcher's Crossing, it didn't make me feel literally fucking enraged and mad like the first time I finished Blood Meridian.
Pure white of a woman's skirt or blouse. Andrews pulled.
And no book or form of media has ever really made me feel like scared or, you know, like sad. Maybe like, you know, like if it's funny, like, oh, it's funny, you know, but like anger or scared or anything like that, no. Never in my life has a book or a movie ever really scared me or like made me mad, you know. But Blood Meridian, the book, legitimately, like, fucking, like, when I ended it, I was like, are you serious? That's how it fucking ends? Get the fuck out of here. Fuck this book. Fucking wasted my fucking time, basically.
The brim of his slouch hat down to shade his eyes and walked along the street toward the clump of trees beyond the town. He passed the
Alright, let's go see what this Mexican wants.
a small open-sided blacksmith
You
shop.
probably cried when Dumbledore died. No, I did not. Like, I was like, okay. Hold on. Bill collectors. It happens. I'm innocent. No, I'm innocent. Shaggy was saying he read Blood Meridian. He says he's innocent, guys. What the fuck? What the fuck? I didn't even interfere. I was letting you fucking do your fucking... Oh, what the fuck was that about, dude? What kind of bullshit is that? You fucking Mexicans just see a white guy, and then you just like, oh, no, let's kill him. And look, the fucking guy you were fucking gonna execute got away. He got away. The fuck? That was funny. Now drink. Alright. But I can actually still read chat and play the audiobook. So, Code of Truth, all I want you to like get right now is that our main character's name is Andrews. This is written by John Williams. There's a movie with Nicolas Cage that's alright. And what else? Oh, the cover of the book is just a silhouette of a buffalo. That's all it is. That's all you need to know. Those are the things you need to know. Andrews, Nicolas Cage, buffalo silhouette, and there was something else, but I can't remember it. I just said it, but I don't know. Just go back, bro. Let me see what. Okay, I can play it.
Ended at that point, and he stepped off.
Gringos are oppressed in these parts. Nick Cage movie? I mean, yeah, bro. It's Butchers Crossing.
More than twin ribbons of earth worn bare by passing. At the end of this path, 100 yards or so from the road, was a small.
This is the book that,
shack.
bro. Like
Beyond that, a series of pole fences arranged.
this book that we're listening to has a movie with Nicolas Cage in it. It's the same name. It's Butchers Crossing. Butchers Crossing. Oh yeah, that was it. Butchers Crossing, John Williams, Nicolas Cage movie, and Buffalo Silhouette. That's the cover. Those were the four things you need to remember. Butchers Crossing, John Williams, Buffalo Silhouette, and Nick Cage movie.
In a pattern he could not.
Oh, and Andrews. Sorry, Andrews. No, bro, Andrews. Andrews is our main character.
Near the fences at odd angles were several empty wagons, their tongues on the earth in directions away from the fences. Vague stench that Andrews could not identify.
And do I think Shaggy read Blood Meridian? I mean, like I said, like loosely I read it. I'd listen to the audiobook because like I just don't have time to read. But I used to read a lot, but I don't have that time to read anymore. And I did not cry when Dumbledore died. Like, if anything, like if I would have cried during like a Harry Potter, any part of a Harry Potter book, which I did read all the Harry Potters. Um, not like when they came out. I was like 4 or 5 years late. Like when the movies were getting big. Like I was reading the books. You know, because like there were already so many books and like content there. Like I could just like, and the job I had as a security guard, I could just read for hours. Yikes! 40% users, 70% critics on Rotten Tomatoes. I steer clear of movie critics, mostly while sleep resulted in a few weird dreams. Yikes. 47% users, 74% critics on Rotten Tomatoes. I steer clear of movie critics like a lot more than users. It's usually shit. What are you talking about, Butchers Crossing? Compared to the book, it's like fucking more accurate than any of the Blood Meridian movies are. But yeah, maybe Shaggy listened to Blood Meridian. I don't think he read it. And Shaggy probably liked it because, like, the pedophile, like, devil basically wins in the end. I was joking with the Dumbledore comment. Well, I mean, you can joke. It's fine. I don't care. But if I would have cried at any point during the fucking Harry Potter books, it would have been when that dude, when they were doing the goblin, and like I'm not talking about the movies and fucking Twilight guy, but I'm just talking about like that character. Like if I would have cried, it would have been when that Henry or whatever his name is fucking like sacrificed himself, like in the maze or whatever. Like Voldemort killed him or whatever.
What do you want, Gringo?
And like only Harry and them saw it, and they were like, "What the? Oh!"
Have you heard? There's a war going on.
My name's
Yeah,
John
race
Marston.
war. Yeah.
Been sent here to retrieve a couple of men. Can I speak to your commander?
You want to talk to my boss, Gringo?
I guess.
Because I'm not good enough for you?
No, sir.
You think you're better than me? You come to my country, my poor little country, and you think you can be friends with the president?
No, sir. I'm sorry, sir. Things must have come out wrong. Maybe you can help me.
You'll be sorry, friend. Relax! I mean, relax!
Sure. Somewhere between
I
the
never
threatening
trust
stare
movie
and the
reviewers. I
soldier's
trust
armored teeth.
myself. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
That's right.
Amigo! Let's come meet, drink, and then we'll talk. My name is Capitan Vicente de Santa.
John Marston.
My
I mean, it's a Nicolas Cage movie. Like even that fucking horseshit ass fucking Dracula movie he made recently was alright.
I'm no politician, sir.
You know, like it wasn't awful. It was kind of funny actually, and the fucking Five Nights at Freddy knockoff. They got a lot darker than Five Nights at Freddy. That was really good. Like he was in a video game.
Coronel Allende. He's trying to preserve the order in our province. To keep
Willy's
our
Wonderland.
civilization
That's it.
It is tough. The people are confused.
Confuse these nuts, bitch.
Sometimes in the service of what is right, you gotta do terrible things. It breaks my heart.
I also am no moralist, sir.
I wish I enjoy your freedoms, Mr. Marston.
I'm trying to find a man, an American, an outlaw named Bill Williamson. I believe he came here to seek protection from another outlaw named Javier Escuela.
You're no moralist. You hunt outlaws?
I'm the biggest moral fag around here, buddy.
Heard anything of these men?
I am the government, or what is left of it. Outlaws seek each other. They're possibly hiding with thieves and killers who pose as freedom fighters in the hills around here. They're united under one traitor named Abraham Reyes.
Where could I find this Reyes?
If I knew, I would be there, hunting him with everything that is true within me. Reyes finds you.
Like cholera.
Something like that.
There's a Nick Cage movie called Mandy that's pretty good.
Are trying to lure him into a trap. Possibly, you could ride with us. And if everything goes okay, I'm sure the Coronel will help you.
Okay.
I think this is like, he basically kills a bunch of druggies. Oh, that's cool. It kind of sounds like a Dead Man's Shoes. If you ever seen Dead Man's Shoes, I forget what the fucking Irish actor's name is, but he was in some shit in America for a little bit, for like a hot minute. But Dead Man's Shoes is about like basically this ex-IRA guy whose like retarded brother gets like bullied and like killed by like these like druggies. So he just decides to come back and just like unalive all of them. And like
I didn't know what to expect.
there's one guy, I forget his name, like you would recognize him if you saw him. But he like laces their drugs and like makes them all fucked up, and he like cuts one dude up and puts him in a suitcase, like all his body parts. I like his role in The Bad Lieutenant. I am the Nick Cage cult. Nick Cage, David Cage, coincidence? I think not. Billy the Cowboy and his Mexican friend. Basically same thing. He did Pig not too long ago. It was really good.
Part of the past I can't seem to get rid of.
Nicolas Cage did Pig, or the Dead Man's Shoes guy? Oh, Nicolas Cage. Okay, sorry. I'm not gonna derail. I thought I was. Nick plus David Cage equals one Cage equals one Colt. And it's not Rudy Coleman's cock cage. That's for sure. Yeah. It's not seeking men out to be their daddy because you want to be the baby or something. I don't know, man. What the fuck? It's fucking odd. It's fucking bizarre. But I mean, what, bro? I don't expect anything else from like Canadians. Like that's like par for the course for fucking Canadian.
Only the
Alright.
bad words. So long as I know when someone's calling me a son of a bitch, that's enough for me.
That's right, John. That's right. Sorry, we already colonized the world there, pal. Get over it. Stop seething about it. Even speaking English is hard for them. Wow.
Grew stronger as he came nearer the office of the fencing.
I really need to go piss, so...
The door was open. Andrews paused, his clenched hand...
You know, Canadians used to be known as fishermen, lumberjacks, and polar bear hunters. And whale hunters, bro. It's very admirable. But you know, the key word there is used to be. They actually burned down the White House. And when it was in New York, that's why they moved it to Washington, or made the District of Columbia to move it away from the fucking Canadian border, buddy. But that was all past tense.
unevenly in the corners and spilling out of crates set against the wall.
Let's go.
In the center,
I gotta piss so bad, and they're gonna. Next time, like, I'm just gonna die, whatever they put me in.
Thumbing with intense haste the heavy pages of a ledger. He was cursing softly, monotonously. Mr. McDonald? Andrews said. The man looked up, his small mouth.
Okay, so Andrews is talking to Mr. McDonald right now. See, like, I don't know if it's audible or just that the book is more, like, descriptive and, like, you can cohesive. That it's not just, like, run-on sentences and shit, that it's just kind of, like, so esoteric that you have to think about it for more than, like, you know, like 5 minutes to understand what's even going on. But, it's pretty straight to the point. John Williams.
Opened and his brows raised over protuberant blue eyes, whose whites were of the same shaded whiteness as his shirt. Come in, he said, thrusting his hand violently up through the thin hair that dangled over his forehead. He pushed his chair back from the table, started to get up, and then sat back wearily, his shoulders slumping. Come on in, don't just stand around out there. Andrews entered and stood just inside the doorway. McDonald waved in the direction of a corner behind Andrews and said, Get a chair, boy, sit down. Andrews drew the chair from behind a stack of papers and placed it in.
If I pause it, will it, like...
What do you want? What can I do for you?
Alright, I can pause it. I'm gonna go piss real fast.
Will Andrews. I reckon you don't remember.
Forgot I could pause the game. I just don't want to waste y'all's time, but... Just give me a minute.
Andrews. His lips tightened. The corners of his mouth went down into the lines that came up from his chin. Don't waste my time, goddammit. If I'd remembered you, I'd have said something when you first came in. Now, I have a letter, Andrews said, reaching into his breast pocket, from my father, Benjamin Andrews. You knew him in Boston. McDonald took the letter that Andrews held in front of him. Andrews? Boston? His voice was querulous, distracted. His eyes were on Andrews as he opened the letter. Why, sure. Why didn't you say you were... Sure, that preacher fella. He read the letter intently, moving it about before his eyes as if that might hasten his perusal. When he had finished, he refolded the letter and let it drop onto a stack of papers on the table. He drummed his fingers on the table. My God, Boston. It must have been 12, 14 years ago, before the war. I used to drink tea in your front parlor. He shook his head wonderingly. I must have seen you one time or another. I don't even remember. My father has spoken of you often, Andrews said. Me? McDonald's mouth hung open again. He shook his head slowly. His round eyes seemed to swivel in their sockets. Why? I only saw him maybe half a dozen times. His gaze went beyond Andrews, and he said, without expression, I wasn't anybody for him to speak of. I was a clerk for some dry goods company. I can't even remember its name. I think my father admired you, Mr. McDonald, Andrews said.
Right, I'm back.
He laughed shortly, then glowered suspiciously at Andrews. Listen, boy, I went to your father's church because I thought I might meet somebody that would give me a better job. And I started going to those little meetings your father had for the same reason. I never even knew what they were talking about half the time. He said bitterly, I would just nod at anything anybody said. Not that it did a damn bit of good. I think he admired you because you were the only man he ever knew who came out here.
Sun's already beating down. It ain't even 8 a.m.
McDonald shook his head.
It's got that heat.
He half whispered, my God. For another moment he stared beyond Andrews, and he lifted his shoulders and took a breath.
24-hour days there, Tree Master Bob.
A man from Bates and Durfee was passing through Boston. He mentioned you worked for the company.
Summer's kicking out its last.
City, they told me you had quit them. Come here. McDonald grinned tightly. I have my own company now. I left Bates and Durfee do it all myself now. Well, he straightened again. The letter says I should help you any way I can. What made you come out here anyway?
Yeah.
Andrews got up from the chair and walked aimlessly about the room looking at the piles of papers. MacDonald grinned, his voice lowered. Trouble? Did you get in some kind of trouble back home? No, Andrews said quickly. Nothing like that. Lots of boys do, MacDonald said. That's why they come out here, even a preacher's son.
Come on.
My father is a lay minister in the Unitarian Church, Andrews said. It's a Saint.
Andrew's father is the pastor in the Unitarian Church. I don't even know what that is, but it sounds like some kind of reformation doctrine type thing there. I'm sure it's real. I'll have to Google it at a later time.
Same thing. MacDonald waved his hand impatiently. Well,
But he basically came to McDonald's because his dad, who was a pastor, this dude like helped him out like one time in Boston. So he left Boston to go
Ready for what?
west. And I really don't know where he is right now, but he'll tell you.
Hell, you want a job? Hell, you can have a job with me. God knows I can't keep up. Look at all this stuff. He pointed to the stack of papers. His finger was trembling.
Fuck, these Mexicans are talking. Bro, like, can we get to where we're gonna go? Chuparosa?
Come on. Come on, this way. Adelante.
I'm here, nigga.
2 months behind now.
Oh my god, this was the mission. This was the mission that I kept fucking dying on. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. Train engine. I'm supposed to protect the fucking train or something. Where are you supposed to be? Oh, you're gonna get me killed. Where are you supposed to be going? I'm supposed to be protecting this retarded ass fucking train. Sniper.
Can't find anybody around here to sit still long enough to Mr. McDonald. I know nothing about your business. What? You know what?
Protect the front of the train. Alright, Code. Got you, bro. Locked in.
I send out parties, they bring in the hides. I sell them in St. Louis.
That's where the engine at, bruh.
Handled almost 100,000 hides last year. This year, twice, 3 times that much. Great opportunity, boy. You can handle some of the paperwork.
What the fuck?
Paperwork is what gets me down. Ran his fingers.
Y'all see that? The fucking guy hit the guy's horse, just fucked him over.
Not sure. Yeah, it's only a cigar.
It's hard one, gotta dead eye it.
Look out there.
Why are you waving at me?
A year ago when I came here, there were 3 deaths.
Don't make a gun man after all.
Shaggy likes blood meridian because he sees himself as the caged idiot that becomes the judge's monkey. His little pet retarded monkey guy. That like literally eats turds. Don't kink shame him. Lol. That's just a preemptive drink. Oh yeah? Bastard. Alright. Dead.
this to yourself, but this town's gonna be something 2-3 years from now. I got a half dozen lots staked out already. And the next time I get to Kansas City, I'm gonna stake out that many more. It's wide open. He shook Andrew's arm as if it were a stick. He lowered his voice, which had grown strident. Look, boy, it's the railroad.
Boy.
Go talking this around, but when the railroad comes through here, this is gonna be a town. You come in with me. I'll steer you right. Anybody can stake out a claim for the land around here. All you have to do is sign your name to a piece of paper at the state land office. Then you sit back and wait, that's all. Thank you, sir, Andrew said.
Okay, Boomer.
I'll consider it. Consider it? MacDonald released his arm and stepped back from him in astonishment. He threw up his hands and they fluttered as he walked around once in a tight, angry little circle. Consider it? My boy, it's an opportunity. Listen, what were you doing back in Boston before you came out here? I was in my 3rd year at Harvard College. You see? MacDonald said triumphantly. And what would you have done after your 4th year? You'd have gone to work for somebody. You'd been a school teacher like old Miss Andrews or... Listen, there ain't many like us out here. Men with vision. Men who can think tomorrow. He pointed a shaking hand toward the town. Did you see those people back there? Did you talk to any of them? No, sir, Andrew said. I only got in from Ellsworth yesterday afternoon. Hunters, MacDonald said. His dry, thin lips went loose. And it would be if it were a man like us. People just living off the land, not knowing what to do with it. Are they mostly hunters in town? Hunters, hard cases, a few eastern loafers. This is a high town. It'll change.
Wow, I don't want that gun.
I'd like to talk to some of them.
Fuck!
Andrew said.
Like, what the fuck, bro?
Shouted.
I had the wrong gun equipped.
Oh my God, don't tell me you like the other young'uns that come in here 3 years at Harvard College and you want to use it that way. I ought to have known it. I ought to have known it when you first came. I just want to talk to some of them, Andrew said.
Stay with the train, senor.
MacDonald said bitterly. And the first thing you know, you'll be wanting to go out. His voice became earnest. Listen, boy, listen. You start going out with those men, it'll ruin you. Oh, I've seen it. It gets you like buffalo lice. You won't care anymore.
Buffalo lice.
Andrews clawed in the air as if for a word. Mr. MacDonald, Andrew said quietly. I appreciate what you're trying to do for me, but I want to try to explain something to you. I came out here. He paused and let his gaze go past MacDonald away from the town, beyond the ridge of earth that he imagined was the riverbank, to the flat, yellowish-green land that faded into the horizon westward. He tried to shape in his mind what he had to say to MacDonald. It was a feeling. It was an urge that he had to speak. But whatever he spoke, he knew would be but another name for the wildness that he sought. It was a freedom,
Executed.
a hope, and a vigor that he perceived to underlie all the familiar things in his life, which were not what he sought was the source and preserver of his world. A world which seemed to turn ever in fear away from its source rather than
Alright, thanks, Code, bro.
as the prairie grass around
I'm
him set
I'm locking in on him, bro.
into the rich dark depths of wildness, and thereby year after year. Suddenly, in the midst of the great prairie unpeopled stillness, there came into his mind Angel Austin's crowded with carriages and walking men, toiled sluggishly beneath the arches of Eden he spaced alone, that had been made to grow, it seemed, out of the flat stone sidewalk and roadway. There came into his mind the image of tall buildings packed side by side, the ornately cut stone roofs there came into his mind the image of the River Charles, winding up the rocky fields and villages and towns, carrying the refuse of man and city out of the great bay. He became aware that his hands were tightly clenched, the tips of his fingers slipping
Oh fuck.
I keep looking here to see as much of the country as I can. He said, I want to get to know it.
Got him, bro.
Said McDonald. He spoke simply. But lines of sweat ran through the glinting beads of moisture that stood out on his forehead and ran into his tangled eyebrows, which were low under the eyes regarded him. They don't know what to do with themselves. I thought if you'd start now, if you had the sense to start now, by the time you're 40, he shrugged.
Oh my god.
Let's get back at it.
Oh.
He removed his coat and sank into a chair.
What the fuck?
McDonald's hand rested on his leg. Moved aimlessly.
Got him.
At last, he sighed. All right.
Shoot their horses, bro. It works. Come on. No, there's only one guy.
Trash.
Trash. Mexican trash. Like fucking Dark Ninja.
Who should I talk to, Mr. McDonald? Andrews asked. What? Who should I talk to? Andrews repeated. I ought to talk to someone who knows his business. And you told me to keep away from your men. McDonald shook his head. You don't listen to a word a man says, do you? You got it all figured out.
You got it all figured out, don't you, boy?
I don't have anything figured out. I just want to know more about this country. All right, McDonald said tiredly. He closed the ledger that he had been fingering and tossed it on a pile of papers.
What the?
You talk to Miller. He's a hunter, but he ain't as bad as the rest of
Todo
them.
bien, compadre? Did a good thing for Mexico today.
Fuck Mexico.
Very pleased.
¡Los rebeldes están robando el tren!
Levántese, perezoso, que para qué le estoy pagando. Marston, you're gonna have to do something.
What?
You have to go out there and stop that train before it crosses the bridge. ¡Todavía levántese! ¡Usted también! Y allá atrás, muévase. ¿Qué le pasa a usted? ¡Ay, Dios mío, levántese! ¡Ya mismo!
Holy fuck. What is this bullshit, bro?
Been out here most of his life. At least he ain't as bad as the rebels and the hard Yankees.
Let's go.
Maybe he'll talk to you, maybe he won't.
Take out the rebels to retake the train. What?
Andrews asked. Miller, McDonald said.
Bro, like, that's just bullshit, bro.
Down by the river. But you more likely find him in Jackson. That's where they are.
Down by the river!
Ask anybody, everybody knows Miller. Thank you, Mr. McDonald, Andrews said. I appreciate your help. Don't thank me, McDonald said. I'm doing nothing for you. I'm giving you a man's name.
Seems like an annoying mission. Well, it's kind of retarded. Like, literally, how did they just bring the train in and then it immediately gets hijacked by fucking bandits? Okay. Like, how corrupt. It really shows you how corrupt the Mexican government is. The bandits have ferried us, basically. Alright, look. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play the book. Because there's just, I'm like literally like a minute left of it. And then, or a minute 57, which, I mean, 2 minutes. 2 minutes of chapter 2 left. It's not on times 2 speed. This stream is brought to you by Audible, and even though you're dead in Red Dead Redemption 1, you can still listen to these classics, like Butchers Crossing by John Williams. Alright? Audible makes it possible. So, I know that I can beat this mission. And, yeah, the stream is powered by Audible. So, I'm gonna go, like, nice plug, thank you. Yeah, it's kind of like a bit I've been working on. But anyway, I was thinking about this bit for this book, book bit. So I'm gonna stay dead for like. I'm gonna go piss. I'm gonna smoke like half a cigarette, maybe not even half. I just need like 2 or 3 puffs off of it, and I'll come back and I'll beat this mission and I'll probably end the string. Your puppy's awake. I have to take her out. All right, go take your puppy out there, Larper. Stop fucking slacking.
It is the heat, he thought, and the strangeness. He stood still for a moment, gathering his strength. One thing, MacDonald said. Just one thing, I ask you. He appeared to Andrews to recede into the dimness. Of course, Mr. MacDonald, what is it? Let me know before you go out if you decide to go. Just come back here and let me know. Of course, Andrews said. I'll be seeing you often, I hope. It's just that I want to have a little more time before I decide anything. Sure, MacDonald said bitterly. Take all the time you can. You got plenty. Goodbye, Mr. MacDonald. MacDonald waved his hand angrily and turned his attention abruptly to the papers on his desk. Andrews walked slowly out of the shack into the yard and turned on the wagon trail that led to the main road. At the main road, he paused. Across from him and some yards to his left was the clump of cottonwoods. Beyond that, intersecting the road, must be the river. He could not see the water, but he could see the humped banks, clustered with low-growing shrub and weed, winding off into the distance. He turned and went back toward the town. It was near noon when he arrived at the hotel. The tiredness that had come upon him in MacDonald's shack remained. In the hotel dining room, he ate lightly of tough fried meat and boiled beans and sipped bitter hot coffee. The hotel clerk, who limped in and out of the dining room, asked him if he had found MacDonald. He replied that he had. The clerk nodded and said nothing more. Soon, Andrews left the dining room, went up to his room, and lay on his bed. He watched the cloth screen at his window billow softly inward until he was asleep. Chapter 3. When he awoke, his room was dark. The cloth screen at his window let in a flickering brightness from the street below. He heard distant shouts beneath the querulous murmur of many voices, and the snorting of a horse and the clop of hooves. For a moment, he could not remember where he was. He got up abruptly and sat on the edge of his bed. The mattress rustled beneath him. He relaxed and ran his fingers through his hair down over the back of his head and neck and stretched his head backward, welcoming the soreness that warmed pleasantly up between his shoulder blades. In the darkness, he walked across his room to the small table, which was outlined dimly beside the window. He found a match on the table and lit the lamp beside the wash basin. In the mirror, his face was a sharp contrast of yellow brightness and dark shadow. He put his hands in the lukewarm water of the basin and rinsed his face. He dried his hands and face on the same shirt he had used the day before. By the flickering light of the lamp, he put on his black
All right, I'm back.
sack coat, which was beginning to smell.
All right, we're in chapter 3, which is 30 minutes long, which is approximately how long I want to go.
Made his way out of the room. The street lay in long shadows cast by the yellow lights that came from the open doors and windows of the few buildings in Butchers Crossing. A lone light came from the drive-through store opposite the hotel. Bulky figures moved about it, their silences exaggerated in shadow. More light and the sound of laughter and heavily clumping feet came from the saloon.
Heavily crumping feet?
Few horses were tethered to the roughly hewn hitching rail set out here.
What? What?
They were motionless, but the moving light glinted on their eyes and on the smooth hair of that light. Up the street beyond the dugout, two lanterns hung on walls. Just beyond the livery stable, a dull red balloon waxed and shone, and there could be heard the heavy clank of hammer upon iron, and the angry hissing as hot metal was thrust into the water. Andrews went in a slow diagonal across the street toward gas.
Jump.
The room he entered was long and narrow. Its length exactly at a right angle from the street, and its width was such that four men could not stand with posts shoulder to shoulder across it. Half a dozen lanterns hung from unpainted rafters. The light they gave was reflected sharply downward, so that the surface
We did it, Code. We did it, bro.
of everything in the room glinted with yellow light, and everything beneath those surfaces fell into vague shadows. Andrews walked forward. To his right, a long bar extended nearly the length of the room. The bar top was two thick-hewn planks placed side by side and supported by unfinished split logs
Hard!
on the planked floor. He breathed deeply, and the sharp mingled odor of burning kerosene, sweat, and liquor
Yeehaw,
gathered into
yeehaw,
the lungs.
motherfucker Forge
He
gang.
coughed. He went to the bar, which was only a little higher than his waist. The bartender, a short, bald man with large mustaches and a
Till
yellow
I
skin,
die.
looked at him without speaking.
Till I die.
Andrews said.
I.
The bartender drew a heavy mug from beneath the bar and turned to one of several kegs that stood on large wooden boxes. He turned a spigot and let the beer slide in white bubbles down the side of the mug. Setting the mug before Andrews, he said, "That'll be 2 bits." Andrews tasted the beer. It seemed warmer than the room, and its flavor was thin. He laid a coin on the table. "I'm looking for a Mr.
My horse
Miller,"
can't
he
find
said.
me.
"I was
Okay.
told I might find him here."
Whoa.
"Miller?" The
Meta.
bartender turned indifferently and looked at the far end of the room, where in the shadows there were 2 small tables about which were seated half a dozen men drinking quietly. "Don't seem to be in here. You a friend of his?"
Skinning. How
"I haven't
ironic.
met him," Andrew said. "I want to see him on a matter of business. Mr. McDonald said that I would probably find him here." The bartender nodded. "You might find him in the big room." He indicated with his eyes a point
Okay,
toward
so
Andrews. And
we're about to meet Nicolas Cage's character. Man, you better get away from me. We're about to meet Nicolas Cage's character in the book, okay? But, like, in the movie, like, he's the same person. Like, I forget his name, but we're about to figure it out.
Andrews turned and saw that there was a closed door that must lead to another room. He's a big man, clean shaved. Probably be sitting with Charlie Hodge. Little fella right here. Andrews thanked the bartender, finished his beer, and went through the door on the narrow side of the saloon. The room he entered was large and more dimly lighted than the one he had left. Though many lanterns hung from hooks on the smoked rafters, only a few were lighted. The room lay in pools of light and larger, irregular spaces of shadow. Rudely shaped tables were arranged so that there was an empty oval space in the center of the room. At the back, a straight staircase led up to the second floor. Andrews walked forward, opening his eyes wide against the dimness. At one of the tables sat 5 men playing cards. They did not look up at Andrews, nor did they speak among themselves.
He's like a
The sound of
nerd. No one
cards,
cares about
the
Andrews.
tiny
He's
clink
a
of
fucking
poker
Boston
chips came
nerd.
upon the quietness. At another table sat two girls, their heads close together, murmuring. A man and a woman were seated together nearby. A few other groups were gathered at shadowed tables elsewhere in the large room. There was a quiet, slow fluidity to the scene, which was strange to Andrews, and it absorbed him so that for a moment he did not remember why he had come here. At the far end of the room, through the dimness and the smoke, he saw
Butterfly
sitting at the
weed.
table, two men and a woman. They were somewhat apart from the others, and the larger of the men was looking directly at him. Andrews moved across the open space toward them. When he stood before their table, all three of them were looking up at him. The four remained for several moments, unmoving and silent. Andrew's attention was on the large man directly in front of him, but he was aware of the girl's rather pale, plump face and yellow hair that seemed to flow from round, bare shoulders, and of the smaller man's long nose and gray, stubbled face. Mr. Miller? Andrews asked.
You see what I mean when I say that John Williams is more descriptive than Cormac McCarthy? Like, John Williams can, like, describe a person to you, but Cormac McCarthy can't, really. $250 for this fucking shithole in Mexico? Are you fucking kidding me? Get the fuck out of here. I don't even have that much money, bastard.
The large man nodded. I'm Miller, he said. His pupils were black and sharply distinct from the whites, and his brows were set closely
Hey!
in a frown.
What the hell?
Broad bridge of his nose. His skin was slightly yellow.
That is totally legal.
Like cured leather. And at the corners of his wide mouth, deep ridges curved up to the thick base of his nose. His hair was heavy and black. It was parted at the side and lay in thick ropes over half his
Where do I
ears.
need to go?
He said again,
Chuparosa.
I'm Miller. My name is Will Andrews. My family are old friends of J.D. McDonald. Mr. McDonald said you might be willing to talk to me.
There we go.
McDonald,
Chuparosa, nigger!
almost hairless lids came down over his eyes in a slow blink. Sit down, son. Andrews sat in the empty chair between the girl and Miller. I hope I'm not interrupting anything. What does McDonald want? Miller asked. I beg your pardon? McDonald sent you over here, didn't he? What does he want? No, sir, Andrews said. You don't understand. I just wanted to
Pastor.
someone who knew this country. Mr. McDonald was kind enough to give me your name. Miller looked at him steadily for a moment, and then nodded. McDonald's been trying to get me to head a party for him for 2 years now. I thought he was trying again. No, sir, Andrews said. You work for McDonald? No, sir, Andrews said. He offered me a job, but I turned it down. Why? Miller asked. Andrews hesitated. I don't want to be tied down. I didn't come out here for that.
I'm gonna go finish my
Miller
cigarette,
nodded
so
and shifted his bulk.
enjoy
Andrews
this.
realized that the man beside him had been
Full
motionless
moon.
until this moment. This here's Charlie Hodge, Miller said, moving his head slightly in the direction of the gray man who sat opposite Andrews. I'm pleased to meet you, Mr. Hodge, Andrews said, and put his hand across the table. Hodge was grinning at him crookedly, his sharp face sunk down between narrow shoulder blades. He slowly raised his right arm and suddenly thrust his forearm across the table. The arm ended at the wrist in a white nub that was neatly puckered and scarred. Involuntarily, Andrews drew his own hand back. Hodge laughed. His laughter was an almost soundless wheeze that seemed forced from his thin chest. Don't mind Charlie, son, Miller said. He always does that. It's his idea of fun. Lost it in the winter, 62, Charlie Hodge said, still gasping with his laughter. It froze, and would it drop clean off if... He shivered suddenly and continued to shiver as if he felt the cold again. Might buy Charlie a drink of whiskey, Mr. Andrews, Miller said, almost gently. That's another one of his ideas of fun. Of course, Andrews said. He half rose from his chair. Shall I? Never mind, Miller said. Francine will get the drinks. He nodded at the blonde girl. This is Francine. Andrews was still half raised above the table. How do you do? He said and bowed slightly. The girl smiled, her pale lips parting over teeth that were very white and slightly irregular. Sure, Francine said. Does anybody else want something? She spoke slowly and with the trace of a Germanic accent. Miller shook his head. A glass of beer, Andrews said. And if you would like something. No, Francine said. I'm not working now. She got up and moved away from the table. For a few moments, Andrew's eyes followed her. She was heavy, but she moved with grace across the room. She wore a dress of some shiny material with broad white and blue stripes. The bodice was tight, and it pushed the fullness of her flesh upward. Andrews turned questioningly toward Miller as he sat down. Does she work here? Andrews asked. Francine? Miller looked at him with that expression. Francine is a whore. There are 9, 10 of them in town. 6 of them work here, and there are a couple of Indians that work the dugouts down by the river. A scarlet woman, Charlie Hodge said. He was still shivering. A woman of sin. He did not smile. Charlie is a Bible man, Miller said. He can read it pretty good. Whore, Andrew said and swallowed. He smiled. Somehow she doesn't look like... The corners of Miller's wide mouth lifted slightly. Where'd you say you was from, son? Boston, he said. Boston, Massachusetts. Ain't they got hope?
Just so you know, in case you were wondering, Francine is in the movie. She's in the film adaptation, but she does not get this as much, like, dialogue or, like, attention, and how much of a pivotal point Francine really is to the whole thing. Like, the movie really diminishes Francine, but Francine is really all that Andrews is just like a huge, like, simp, I guess, or something, for whores. I mean, maybe he's like grossly spirit animal Andrews. 25 minutes left on this. 25 minutes left on this chapter, guys, in this stream. Thanks to Audible, who always keeps it possible. Thanks. Keep it going. Check out the Kakarot videos that I've been uploading. We're on the 23rd tournament, the semifinals. I've been uploading a lot of that because I got the DLC for like a deal, like a steal, I would say. We're on our way to Chuparosa, and I think we're almost there because we're slowing down. Yeah.
He's warm. I suppose so, he said. I suppose so, he said again. Yes. Miller nodded. He got whores in Boston, but a whore in Boston and a whore in Butchers Crossing. Now there's 2 different things. I see, Andrew said. I don't reckon you do, Miller said, but you will. In Butcher's Crossing, a whore
Back.
is a necessary part of the economy.
Awesome,
Man's
Walker.
got to have something.
You really didn't miss a whole lot. I went to go piss
Something to bring him back to town.
and finish my cigarette,
On the country.
and the book
In
just
Butcher's
played.
Crossing, a whore can fit your shoes.
So, in case you really... What the fuck? What the hell, bro? I'm a passenger in a fucking wagon. Let's just skip to destination then.
Back in his chair.
I'll go to sleep. Fuck
Besides,
it.
This is a slack time, and Francine ain't working. When a whore ain't working, I guess she looks just about like anybody else. Sand and corruption, Charlie Hodge said. She's got the taint within her. With his good hand, he grasped the edge of the table so tightly, the knuckles showed blue white against the brown of the skin. Francine returned to the table with their drinks. She leaned over Andrew's shoulder to set Charlie Hodges' glass of whiskey before him. Andrews was aware of her warmth.
Now, Charlie Hodge, I want y'all, if you like listen to this whole audiobook, Butchers Crossing, Charlie Hodge is in the movie, but like they distort a lot of shit in the movie and take a lot of liberties. And what happens in the movie with Charlie Hodge is not what happens in the book. That's all I'll say. And they really undermine Francine, the German prostitute, bar wench. They really undercut her in the movie more than like what John Williams really intended.
Her smell, he shifted. She put his beer before him.
Can I go play poker?
Her eyes were pale and large, and her reddish.
No, I want to go play poker. Fuck!
Andrews took some coins from his pocket and put them in her palm.
No tengo nada.
Gentlemen, I thank you. Oh, yeah. Hey, Mr. Marston. How you keeping, sir?
Just fine, thank
What's
you.
loading? I don't know.
Well, sir.
What's loading?
Thank God my wife died. Unlucky in love, lucky in cards. Garzon, champagne for everyone.
Keep playing, Mr. Ricketts.
Oh, I'm sorry, Herr Muller. I'll keep playing you in servitude for
Is-
the rest of your life.
is there
on Earth,
something
if
loading?
That makes you happy. Yes, I shall indeed, sir.
Well then, your deal.
I meant after you made tantrum. I don't know that I completely erased that from my mind.
I don't think so. I'm just gonna have a drink.
Oh, come on. Sit down. Sit down.
Okay then, gentlemen.
Namakshon!
Oh, these are the niggas playing poker? Oh my god. I'm about to direct these old ass. Alright, let's play some poker. Gotta love the gamer rage, bud. Kino.
Sit down. Mr.
Well, and bro, it's what I wanted to do anyway.
You know what I always say, Muller.
He took the
If you
glass in
find
his
yourself
hand
in a
and
hole,
drank
best to
rapidly.
stop digging.
My fault.
Lifer, I was saying Charlie Hodge, if you listen to
Always a
the
pleasure
book,
playing with you, Mr. Muller.
the movie takes liberties, the movie is not as good, the book is better, as always.
Terrible.
Awful hand. Let's just call it.
Now, fold.
His head thrown back,
Looks like
and
the
his
table has
Adam's
turned.
apple running
Wow,
in his
okay, I
mouth
won.
beneath the gray fur of his bearded
You don't
throat.
seem to be having much fun,
When he finished
Mr.
the
Muller.
drink, he hunched himself back in his chair and remained still, watching the others with cold little gray eyes.
Bruh.
Muller, we might have to send you off
What do you want to
prospecting
talk
for more
about,
silver
Mr.
soon.
Andrews? Miller asked. Andrews looked
That's me
uncomfortably
out.
at Francine and Charlie Hodge.
I just
Books are always better, we'll probably check it out at some
Kind
point.
of abruptly, he said. Miller nodded. I figured.
Race?
Andrews paused and said, I guess I just want to know the country. I've never been out here before. I want to know as much as I can. What for? Miller asked. Andrews looked at him blankly. You talk like you're an educated
Paul.
man, Mr. Andrews. Yes, sir, he said. I was 3 years at Harvard College. Well,
This is the flop, guys, in case you didn't know how to play fucking poker. Texas Hold'em.
you've been away from there. Not long. I left to come out here. Miller looked at him for a moment.
Spaz moment.
Harvard College. He shook his head. I learned myself to read. One winter I was snowed in a trapper shack in Colorado. I can write my name.
These are my cards. This is the table cards. I got a pair of queens king high.
Andrews frowned and suppressed
So,
the tone of
call.
annoyance he felt creep into his voice. I don't even know you, Mr. Miller, he said with a little heat.
I know what its fucking turn is.
Mr. McDonald
Skip
said
help.
you could talk to
I won $236.
any man around. I had hoped that you would
Alright,
be kind
I'll
enough
go piss.
for an hour or so
You
to acquaint me
fucking
with
cheat!
Miller.
Excuse me?
You fucking looked in my fucking cards, you fucking cheat!
Now, Herr Muller, let's calm down. There must be some mistake.
There's no mistake. Your Yankee friend here is a fucking cheat.
Easy there, Germany. Calm yourself down.
Oh yeah, you know exactly what you did.
Yeah, I know exactly what I did, friend, which was nothing. Now, I'd prefer it if we could all play a friendly game and no one get hurt.
You planted this guy Ricketts.
Now, why would I do that? I've already beaten you. Now, calm down and let's finish the game.
There's no more cards game.
Ease up there, friend.
There must be a name for this.
An impasse, sir. An impasse. We could all die here and now.
I'm not fighting you, Ricketts, but the Yankee him I don't like.
He's done you no harm, Muller.
He's done me no good either. Outside, winner takes the pot.
The winner will take what he wants. The other man will be in no position to argue.
Sanchez will be my second.
As you wish, Germany.
Now that's just embarrassing. I'm glad that I got to take a piss and like I didn't die.
Walk with me, John.
What happened?
You know how this is gonna work.
What happened, Code? What? Larper, what happened?
It's all about timing. If you pull your gun too soon, you'll be less accurate.
Did I miss like a...
Pick your shots carefully, like I showed you. Once you've picked your marks, the rest, my friend, is in the hands of fate.
What are you waiting for, coward?
Steady now, partner. Stay calm.
Nobody steals
You must not have
from
a
me,
duel.
especially an American.
Old Muller always did play his cards too early. Come on. We've earned ourselves a
Got
drink.
it.
I think Mr. Muller's buying.
Your health.
You, the man they call Marston, see? You like killing? Watch me cut her throat.
Nice friends you got here, Mr. Ricketts.
Tú y yo, Marston. Peleamos ahora, eh? We fight now.
You better not miss, partner.
¡Ayúdame, alguien! Oh, Dios mío. No merezco esto.
My lord!
No, por favor.
God can't enjoy you drinking beer. Come on, smoke these bastards up. Don't give up on me now. Kill these bastards. No, you don't. Are you gonna help me out here?
Fuck, I died.
We really aren't making any friends today. Find some cover. What the hell?
I did.
Stay away from me.
The fucking door was slamming or something. It scared the shit out of me, so I muted myself. Didn't know what the fuck it was. Thought the world was ending for a second. Was that a lighter? Are you smoking indoors now? No, I don't smoke indoors. You're probably hearing the click of this menu option.
I don't care how many you are.
I know you don't. That's why I was surprised. Oh my god. Oh, sorry. So Butchers Crossing.
Miller shook his head again and grinned. You sure talk easy, son. You do for a fact. That what you learned to do at Harvard College?
Andrews from Harvard.
Stared at him stiffly. We really aren't making any friends today. No, sir. I reckon not. At Harvard College, you don't talk. You just listen. This is what happened. Oh, now. That's reason enough for any man to leave. He comfort himself once in a while. Yes, sir. This said. So you came out here to Butchers Crossing. Nobody leaves here alive. And when you learn what you want to learn, go back, write something for the paper. No, sir. Andrew said, it's not for any of those.
One shell for each of them.
Miller did not speak for several moments. Then he said, you might buy Charlie another glass of whiskey. I'll have a glass myself this time. Francine rose. She spoke to Andrews.
Well, I must say, you tourists certainly bring peace and prosperity. Then again, I doubt Muller will be missed.
He wasn't much of a poker player.
Well, that's for damn sure. He wasn't not much of a poker player. So instead of starting like a story mission, a story mission, which I hope that I can get to the fucking poker players here. $25, let's go.
After Francine left their table, Andrews was silent for some time. He did not look at either of the two men at the table with him. Miller said, so you didn't tie up with McDonald? It wasn't what I wanted. Miller nodded. This is a hunk town, boy. If you stay around, there ain't much choice about what you do. You can take a job with McDonald, make yourself some money, or you can start yourself some kind of little business and hope that the railroad does come through. Or you can tie up with the party and hunt buffalo. That's about what Mr. McDonald said. And he didn't like the last idea. Andrews smiled. No, sir. He don't like hunters, Miller said. They don't like him either. Why? Miller shrugged. They do the work and he gets all the money. They think he's a crook, and he thinks they're fools. You can't blame either side. They're both right.
Pair of nines, king high.
You're a hunter yourself, aren't you, Mr. Miller? Miller shook his head. Not like these around here, and not for McDonald. He outfits his own parties and gives them 50 cents a head for raw hides. Summer hides, not much more than thin leather.
He's probably got a flush.
All the time. He gets plenty of skins, but
But
the way it's split up, the men are lucky if they can make enough to get through the winter. I hunt
Call him on it.
my own, I don't collect at all. Miller paused. Francine had returned with a quarter-filled bottle and fresh glasses and a small glass of beer for herself. Charlie Hodge moved quickly toward the glass of whiskey she set before him. Miller took his own glass in his large, hairless hand.
spade flush. What a fucking bastard.
The liquor burned his lips and tongue.
Yeah, I guess I'm about done.
He could taste nothing for the burning.
Bastard.
I come out here 4 years ago, Miller continued. The same year MacDonald did. My God, you should have seen this country then. In the spring, you could look out from here and see the whole land, black with buffalo, solid as grass for miles.
Buffalo for miles, bro. What do you think about that?
Party to get 1,000, 1,500 head in a couple of weeks hunting. Spring hides, too. Pretty good fur.
No, the Mexican wagon train. No.
Traveling smaller herds.
Mr. Ricketts, come on in. Sit down and have yourself a drink.
Sure. Say, any word of Javier Escuela?
No, hasn't yet. Say, why are you after him anyway?
We're old friends. We was kind of educated together.
So what is this, some kind of high school reunion sort of thing?
Something like that. Well, you've killed people. You lived the life.
That I have.
And I tried to stop. I mean, I don't know. I tried to go straight. I did. I left the gang after the gang left me. Left me to die after I'd been shot. They'd all gone crazy anyhow. Our old leader, fella you probably heard of. Anyway, he more or less lost his mind, went and shot a bunch of people unfair like. I got shot in a robbery. They left me, and I left them.
Well, that's how it goes.
Already had me a woman, got me a farm, then I got me more trouble.
Sure.
Been sent to track down the men I used to run with. Track them, kill them.
Well, if you don't, someone else will. There's no escape. Look at me.
This has been fun to listen to while working. You should stream more in the mornings. I'll try to, Larper.
You're like some low-rent would-be messiah. We're relics. Come on, have yourself another.
I'm normally sleeping during the day,
Let's wallow in a little
but I got off work and I figured, you know, there are people that want me to stream during the day.
I found you. And you, Mr. Marston.
Let me sit down. You all right?
I'm well, sir.
Because normal people are up during the
More men to
day
death.
who have normal
Prisoners who have
jobs.
not been tried. A prominent writer, Castilla, and a local official whose only crime was not putting the small holders on the street when they were late with taxes.
Writers and government officials. For once, I agree with
I think Landon here, Ricketts,
Mr. Ricketts.
night jobs for the win. Like, I think Landon here, he's supposed to be like Billy the Kid, basically.
Let's hang up our self-pity and go shoot ourselves some bad guys. You're gonna be all right.
Because he's like an old gunslinger who, like, became like a lawman, but he's not really a lawman. He's only respected by, like, the people, the Mexicans and everyone around him. Did you know Billy the Kid could, like, he, like, translated stuff for Irish people? Because he was Gaelic. Alright, we got 17 minutes left of, Chapter 3. Thanks to Audible, I know exactly how many minutes are left in the chapter, unlike YouTube, which is trash! Fucking garbage! Even though, you know, they allow me to stream on their platform. But it's all brought to you by Audible that makes it possible, alright? You know, there's nothing that's been, like, offensive here, so that's all I have to say, alright? I invoke the First Amendment.
And a man's lucky to get 200 or 300 head a trip. Another year or two, there won't be any hunting left in Kansas. Andrews took
Kansas.
What will you do then? Miller shrugged. I'll go back to trapping, or I'll do some mining, or I'll hunt something else.
Hunt something else.
Or I'll hunt buffalo. There's still places they can be found if you know where to look. Around here, Andrews asked. No, Miller said. He moved his
They're gonna start
large
talking.
restless
Fuck!
chair and pushed his height.
What are you doing? Stick with me.
Shut the fuck up, Ricketts. I want to finish this chapter for my chat, Ricketts, and you're being a faggot.
Tasted drink precisely to the center of the table. In the fall of '63, I was trapping beaver up in Colorado.
A Boris is a good job.
Staying in Denver and one with me. The beaver was late in furring out that year, so I left my traps near the river I was working and took my mule up toward the mountain.
Can be dangerous. Also, certain trees can cause
Their
COPD.
skin was good that year, I had heard. I climbed all over the side of that mountain
Yeah, that makes sense, bro. Trees,
On the fourth day,
bro, like trees give off fibers. Some give off like fibers and shit. Like imagine like cutting that shit and then like breathing it in.
This is our chance. See
My
if you
uncle
can
has
beat
some tree
control of that
farms.
first wagon.
There's a tree farm that I know about.
work my way higher.
It's not Bohemian Grove, promise you that.
And I come to a place where the mountains run sharp.
What am I supposed to do?
Well, maybe there might be a side street down there where the animals.
Can I like stab this guy?
So I worked my way down.
Like road rash?
There was no street down there. It was bed of bare ground, 10, 12 foot wide, packed hard as rock that looked like a road cut right through the mountain.
I guess I just have to ambush him.
As soon as I saw it, I knew what it was, but I couldn't believe what I saw.
Let me go check on chat. See if there's anything I need to
Tromped
pin.
the earth down hard, going this way and coming back for years. I followed the bed up the mountain the rest of that day, and near nightfall came out on a valley bed flat as a lake. That valley wound.
North
in and out of
America
the
should
mountains
have
as
the
hard as you
largest
could see,
lumber
and there
industry
was
next to
buffalo
Russia.
scattered all over it in little herds.
He
as
only
far as
got
man
them
could see.
and runs them to
Fall
hunt,
fur,
but the
thicker and
bonus
better
is
than
he makes
winter
money
fur on the
maintaining his hunting
plains,
grounds. Yeah,
From
I
where
get that.
stood, I figured maybe 3,000 to 4,000 head. And there was more around the bends of the valley I couldn't see. He took the glass from the center of the table and gulped quickly, shuddering slightly as he swallowed. I had the feeling no man had ever been in that valley before. Or maybe some Indians a long time ago, but no man. I stayed around 2 days and never saw humans.
Maybe some Indians, but no man. Hold on, wait. Base John Williams moment. This is why, like, it kind of crosses over with Blood Meridian, because, like, they say Blood Meridian is, like, I mean, it is kind of like they make, like, some very super dark, racist, you know, stuff in it. But it's like John Williams just like kind of subtly says it, like, yeah, there were maybe some Indians that walked in that valley before, but no man. like no man. Like, they're not even considered human. Like, you don't have to say, yeah, I carved a slave nigger's heart out that ran from me and I put it in a jar and that's why I wear it around my neck. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, what the fuck are you even talking about? Like, why are you writing this shit, dude? Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I mean, base, but come on. Fucking Edge, fucking Lord McCormack. Hurry up and catch the driver. You let the convoy get away? I'm right there! What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm right there with the convoy! Fuck! Accidentally played my own stream. Drink. I think they put that in to make whites look savage. Oh, in Blood Meridian code. Let's see, what the fuck am I doing? Yeah, bro, like Blood Meridian has like at least 2 to 4 like instances of like Cormac McCuck like writing about fucking like basically white people terrorizing Indians. You know, like killing their puppies and throwing them in a river. Like, the judge uses like these like Indian like merchants puppies they're trying to sell as like he throws them in the river and just like uses them as target practice as they're flowing down the river and like kills them in front of these children. But he's a pedophile anyway, So, you know, I mean, like, basically, literally the devil. But yeah. Alright. You let the convoy get away. I don't know how, because I was literally fucking there the whole fucking time. This stream is powered by Audible.
Trail curved out against the side of the mountain and was
Prison wagon.
hid by
That
trees.
must be them.
Working up the river, a man would never see
See if you can take control of that first wagon.
Andrews cleared his throat.
Take control of the first wagon. Okay. Did you get the Auto 5 yet? What's the Auto 5, bro? Also morning. Good morning. Good morning, Warriors. How you been, bro? Haven't seen you in a while, bro. Where you been? Where you been lying at, bro? Semi shotgun. Where you been lying at, bro? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Things ain't been right for him. 1 year Charlie was laid up.
Taking a break. Me too, yeah, bro. I'm trying to take a break, but we're on a new book.
Mainly, I haven't been able to get together the right.
Warriors of the Shire, meet Andrews and Miller. We just actually killed a Muller in a duel over a fucking poker game. But we're on Butchers Crossing, which is written by John Williams, and it's about Buffalo. Alright, Warriors. And, yeah, like, John Williams' subtle racism is like a lot better than Cormac McCuck's fucking like Charles Manson fucking like storytelling. Okay.
Kind do you need? Andrews asked. Miller did not look at him. The kind that let it be my hunt. There ain't many places like this left, and I never wanted any of the other hunters along. Andrews felt an obscure excitement growing within him. How many men would it take for a party like this? That would depend, Miller said, on who was getting it up.
Sometimes you gotta take a break, buddy.
7 men in most parties.
And there's nothing wrong with breaking.
Keep it small. One hunter would be enough because he'd have all the time he needed to make his kill. He could keep the buffalo in the valley all the time he needs.
Good morning.
It's an army convoy.
Alright, I'm just going in fucking killing all these fucking spicks. This is Ninja's family, bro.
On the edge of his side, Francine moved forward and put her elbows on the table. Charlie Hodge. After a long while, Andrews said, "Could you get up a party this late?" Miller nodded and looked over Andrews' head. Down, I suppose. There was a silence.
Oh, come on.
Miller's eyes lowered.
He's alive? No way.
You just talking, son, or you got yourself interested in yourself?
Ninja's dad lived.
How much money would it take? Well, now,
Nope.
I hadn't thought serious about going out this year. He drummed his heavy pale fingers on the tabletop. But I suppose I can think about it now. Charlie Hodge coughed again and added an inch of whiskey to his half-filled glass. My stakes pretty low, Miller said. Whoever came in would have to put up just about all the money. How much? Andrew said. And even so, Miller continued, he'd have to...
Hold up. Drive the prisoners across to America. Wait a minute. What? Why am I bringing the prisoners to America, bro? Why am I bringing these brown people, convicted murderers, to America, bro? Hold up, bro. Wait. No, I don't want to do this. No, bro, this is not cool. This is too meta right now. It's getting fucked up because you're their bitch and you were told to. He's hired by the Pinkertons, okay?
Understand that it would still be my hunt. You have to understand that. Yes, whatever you say. How much is it?
I don't want to do this. That's like most missions in this game for me. Like the one where they make you march with feminists. Well, that's Red Dead Redemption 2, bro. That's not this based Red Dead Redemption 1. I made it. I did it. Hard man, let's go. Oh, at least they're white.
You wanted to put up the money for the team and provisions.
Oh shit, I didn't realize it's one. Oh, that guy's probably Italian or something. You didn't realize it's one. Bro, buddy, you gotta check the stream title.
And you too. You took me back to another time.
South Greek.
Lisa. She'll help you, and she's well connected in that other land. I hope you find what you're looking for, Marston.
You know what I'm looking for.
If you say so, Marston. If you say so.
Sorry, I had to go pee. Had to go pee, and I thought that I could make it. Alright, well... Alright, how much time do we have left on this fucking... chapter? Audible will tell us. We have 10 minutes left. Yeah, I can do 10 minutes. If y'all can do 10 minutes, I can do 10 minutes. It don't really matter if you can or not. I'm gonna do it anyway. So, alright.
What would we need? Andrews asked. We'd need a wagon and a team, Miller said slowly. Most often, the team is mules, but a mule needs grain. A team of oxen could live off the land, going and coming, and they'll pull a heavy enough load. They're slow, but
go to this
be in a
property.
great hurry. You got a horse? No.
Yes, I have a horse. It's right here.
For you and maybe for the Skinner, whoever he is.
The Skinner.
Do you mean
Pay attention to the Skinner. The Skinner is very important. Okay, guys? The Skinner is very important in this fucking book and or film.
the pistol? Miller smiled tightly. No man in his right mind has any use for them little things, he said, unless he wants to get killed. I mean a rifle. No, Andrew said. So I can get you a small rifle.
What the fuck?
I'll need powder and lead, say a ton of lead and 500 pounds of powder.
Are you serious? A fucking mountain lion. Bruh!
In the mountains, land, but we have to have food going and coming back. A couple of sacks of flour, 10 pounds of coffee, 20 of sugar.
Are you fucking kidding me, bro?
Bacon, 20 pounds of beans. We'll need some kettles, a few tools, a little grain for the horses. I'd say $500 or $600 would do it easy. That's nearly half of all the money I
Rip
have.
horse, rip that fucking mountain lion.
Shrugged.
Fuck that nigger!
Money. But you stand to make a lot more. With a good wagon, we ought to be
I'll
able to
skin
move
that
settle
fucking
to 1,000
bitch.
skins. They'll bring us near $2,500. If there's a big kill, we can let some of the hides winter over and go back in the spring and get them. I'll take 60% and you get 40. I'm taking a bit more than
I got that cougar meat. I got that cougar
Besides,
pelt.
I take care of Charlie here. You'll take
I only
care of
fuck
the
cougars,
others.
bro.
When we get back, we should be able to sell the team and wagon for about what you paid for it. So
Brought to you by Audible.
got all right. I ain't going, Charlie Hodge said. That's
You do
enough.
not have a horse. What?
Miller said
Fuck!
presently. Charlie lost that hand up in the Rockies. He ain't like the country since. Hellfire nice, Charlie Hodge said. It ain't for human, man. Tell Mr. Andrews about losing your hand, Charlie. Miller said.
You stink.
Charlie Hodge grinned through his short grizzled beard. He put the stump of his hand on the table and inched it toward Andrews as he spoke. Miller and I
Whoa, KT, buddy,
we was up on a little rise
buddy.
mountains when a blizzard come up. Miller and I got
I got
separated.
8 minutes of this book left. Well, 8 minutes of chapter 3 of this book, but also 8 minutes of the stream, bud. The stream is contingent upon how long this chapter is. Third longest series. Bro, look, I had to skin my horse. A fucking mountain lion came out of nowhere and fucking attacked us and fucking killed my horse. Now there's wolves surrounding us. I have no fucking... I can't even call a horse because you do not have a horse. I don't even know what to do, bro. Like, do I just, like, fucking hijack these people? Do I shoot that guy, blow his brains out, and then just, like, hijack it? Like, I don't know. I don't know what to do, man. Steal a horse. Well, there's no fucking horses around here, TJD. There's just fucking wolves following me. Which is kind of funny, to be honest. Choose the violent option. Alright, well, Larper's the only one that's really making any sense right now. But now they're fucking gone! No! They're fucking gone! Hey, buddy! Oh, fuck. What did they call Animal Thief? Hold on, KT, because, you know, with the power of Audible... KT, with the power of Audible, I can actually read chat and play the book at the same time and play the game. How about that, bud?
Clean out of my senses. Don't know how long.
KT said, what do they call Animal Thief again? Rustlers or something? They got cattle rustlers, yeah. And like horse rustlers, yeah.
I laid there. When I come to, the blizzard was still blowing, and I could hear Miller calling. I'd been looking at Charlie nearly 4 hours, Miller said. I must have knocked the glove off when I fell, Charlie Hodge continued, because my hand was bare, and it was froze stiff. But he wasn't cold.
KT, crash course. The only 4 things you need to know about this audiobook is because I'm playing it after we finish Blood Meridian. We still haven't finished Red Dead Redemption 2. But Andrews is our main character. It's written by John Williams. There's a Nicolas Cage movie, best adaptation of a film-to-book movie, I think, probably in the modern era. And then, like, this is, like, the only foreshadowing that you get, KT, is that the cover of the book, written by John Williams, it's a silhouette of a buffalo. It's a silhouette of a buffalo, buddy. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Well, you'll understand. What did I just drop? Oh, drop the controller. But you'll understand. I was like, you don't need to stop being Mr. Least Effort. Alright, hold on. Let me go read KT's chats. Whoa. Third longest series. Probably the third longest series. Choose the violent option, Larper says. What do they call rustlers? Just talk to that fat N-bomb in the recycling truck. I was like, pick up the extra cardboard. He was like, I'm not getting off the truck. Yeah, I'm not getting off the truck. That cardboard can, yeah, it can, biodegrade into the soil. Yeah, yeah. I was like, you don't need to stop being Mr. Least Effort. Code says, their whole kind are least effort. Watch Empire of Dust documentary. And look at the, like, people want to shit on Red Dead Redemption 1. Check this shit out, bro. Think about that. Think about that, nigga! Oh shit, that was my own stream for the third time. I'm trying to go back and I'm reading chat and then I'm going back to Audible, which is the best source of books and audiobooks. If you wanna, you can't really read or have time to read, you can always check out Audible, which makes it possible. So here we go. This is Butchers Crossing by John Williams, which is better than Blood Meridian, is what I'll say.
Oh, it just kind of tingled. I yelled at Miller, and he come over and he found us a shelter back in some rocks. There was even some dry logs, and we was able to get a fire going.
Good morning, Good morning, Valkyrie. How are you doing?
It was blue, a real bright blue. I never seen anything like it.
Morning.
Then it got warmed up, and then it started to hurt. Oh, I couldn't tell whether it hurt like ice or whether it hurt like fire. And then it turned red, like a piece of fancy cloth. We was there 2-3 days, and the blizzard didn't let up. And then it turned blue again, almost black.
I'm well. How are you? Oh, I'm good. We're just listening to.
I knew it had to come off. Charlie Hodge laughed with a wheezing, cracking.
We're just listening to Butchers Crossing. We have 6 minutes left of the streams. Actually, 6 minutes and 44 seconds. But there's still 9 hours of this book left, which is just amazing, because Blood Meridian's only like a 4 hour. If you listen to it, it's only 4 hours. This is fucking 10 hours. Do you understand? No, well, I mean, 9-hour marathon, yeah, but it'll just be put in a playlist, so you can just watch it all consecutively at one time. But this is the final Val. The only thing that you need to know about this book is there's a Nicolas Cage movie. When Nicolas Cage is in Butcher's Crossing, which is on Hulu, you can watch it. Andrews is our main character. Whoa, bro, it feels like this is getting very meta right now. What else was it? It's an audiobook. Nicolas Cage is great. Yeah, bro, this shit is fucking but no. Andrews, John Williams. John Williams wrote this book. Andrews, John Williams, fucking, what else was it, bro? Buffalo Silhouette. There's a Buffalo Silhouette, The cover of this book is a buffalo, just like a buffalo head, in like an eclipse or something. Dude, you don't even want to go there. Like, what is going on? There's something else, though. Like, you would have to go back, like, an hour at least. Because I can't remember what I said. Alright. I'm going to finish this. Thanks to Audible, I know that there's only 6 minutes and 42 seconds left of John Williams' Butchers Crossing, starring Nicolas Cage on Hulu. You know, check it out today. You know, make sure that you at least watch it or something. Like, holy fuck, it's a great movie. But anyway.
He kept telling me it had to come off, but I wouldn't listen to him. We argued almost half a day about it until he finally wore me down. He never would talk me into it if I
What the
was
hell?
tired. And finally, I just laid back and told him to cut away. My God, Andrew said, his voice barely a whisper. It wasn't so bad as you might think, he said. By that time, the hurt was so bad, I could just barely feel the knife. And when he hit bone, I passed out. And it wasn't bad at all then. Charlie got careless, Miller said. He shouldn't have slipped on that rock. He ain't been careless since, have you, Charlie? He laughed. I've been mighty careful since then. So you see, Miller said, why Charlie don't like the Colorado country. My God, yes, Andrew said. But he'll go with us, Miller continued. With only one hand, he's a better campman than most. No, Charlie Hodge said. I ain't going, not this time. It'll be all right, Miller said. This time of year, it's almost warm up there. There won't be no snow till November. He looked at Andrews. He'll go. All we need is a skinner. We'll need a good one because he'll have to break you in. All right, Andrews said. When will we be leaving? We should hit the mountains about the middle of September. It'd be cool up there then, and the hides should be about right. We should leave here in about 2 weeks. Then a couple of weeks to get there, a week or 10 days on the kill, and a couple of weeks back. Andrews nodded. What about the team and the supplies? I'll go into Ellsworth for those, Miller said. I know a man there who has a sound wagon, and there should be oxen for sale. I'll pick up the supplies there.
Sorry, bill collectors are like...
I should be back in 4 or 5 days. You'll make all the arrangements, Andrew said. Yes, you leave it all to me. I'll get you a good horse and a varmint rifle. And I'll get us a skinner. Do you want the money now? Andrews asked. The corners of Miller's mouth tightened in a close smile. You don't lose any time making up your mind, do you, Mr. Andrews? No, sir, Andrews said. Francine, Miller said, we all ought to have another drink on this. Bring us all some more whiskey. Bring yourself some, too. Francine looked for a moment at Miller, then at Andrews. Her eyes stayed upon Andrews as she rose and went away from the table. We can have a drink on it, Miller said, and then you can give me the money. That will close it. Andrews nodded. He looked at Charlie Hodge, and beyond him, he was drowsy with the heat and with the warm effects of the whiskey he had drunk. In his mind were fragments of Miller's talk about the mountain country to which they were going, and those fragments glittered and turned and fell softly in accidental and strange patterns. Like the loose, stained bits of glass in a kaleidoscope, they augmented themselves with their turning and found light from irrelevant and accidental sources. Francine returned with another bottle and placed it in the center of the table. No one spoke. Miller lifted his glass, poised it for a moment where the light from a lantern struck it with a reddish amber glow. The others silently raised their glasses and drank, not putting the glasses down until they were empty. Andrew's eyes watered at the burning in his throat. Through the moisture, he saw Francine's face shimmering palely before him, her own eyes.
2 minutes left, guys.
She was smiling slightly.
Tell him to get off your yard before you become an axe collector.
Money with you. Andrews nodded. He opened the lower button of his shirt and withdrew from his money belt a sheaf of bills. He counted $600 upon the scarred table and returned the other bills.
I have to go break a horse or something, bro.
That's all there is to it, Miller said. I'll ride into Ellsworth tomorrow and pick up what we need and be back in less than a week. He shuffled through the bills, selected one, and held it out to Charlie Hodge. Here, this should keep you while I'm gone. What?
Buck broken,
Charlie
for real.
asked, his voice dazed. You're not coming with me? I'll be busy, Miller said. This'll take care of you for a week. Charlie Hodge nodded slowly, and then whipped the bill.
No horse for you.
Crushed it and thrust it into his shirt.
No. I need something to mount. Okay, right now.
His limbs felt stiff and reluctant to move.
To get somewhere.
If there's nothing else we need to talk about.
Arm wrestling competitions can now be entered.
Can't wait. I'll be pulling out early.
Bro, hold up. Pause it. Pause it. Arm wrestling competitions can now be entered. This is a straight up rip-off from Shenmue 2. Bro, this is straight out of Shenmue 2. You fucking Rockstar. Oh, Rockstar. You knew what you were doing, because Sega was so much better. Sega was owned and ran by the fucking Yakuza. And you couldn't stand it, bro. You couldn't fucking stand it, just like Nintendo. But alright, let's play your fucking bitch-ass arm wrestling.
Shut you up. I bet I got you, friend.
3, 2,
Till I get back,
1,
but Charlie
now.
will be around.
What did I do?
Good night. Andrew said. Charlie Hodge
Fuck you!
looked at him
Are you
somberly.
serious?
Good night, ma'am.
How much do you
Andrew
want to
said to
put
Francine
down?
and bowed slightly, awkwardly from the shoulders.
May the best
Good night,
man win.
Miss Andrews.
3,
Francine
2,
said.
1,
Good luck.
now.
Andrews turned from him and walked
Bruh.
across the long room. It was nearly deserted, and the pools of light on the rough plank floor and the
I was smashing X. That's what it was telling me to do. Fuck you. Fuck you.
more dense.
You don't know shit.
He walked through the saloon and out onto the street.
You made Arthur lose to a guy named...
The had all but disappeared, and the lanterns hung on the poles in front of the livery stable had burned down, so that only rims of yellow light spread from the bottoms of glass bulbs. The few horses
It's not Arthur, Valk.
in the saloon were still there.
It's not Arthur, Valkyrie.
Their legs.
Get real, dude.
Andrew's boots upon the boardwalk was loud.
It's John.
He went into the street and walked across to his hotel.
No, I'm not
Chapter
Arthur.
4.
How long is chapter 4? Audible will tell us how long chapter 4 is. Chapter 4 is 22 minutes. And that's probably where I'm going to cut it, because I'm not going to go for another 22 minutes, guys. Arthur is a bad man. So far, what we've learned from, whatchamacallit, Butchers Crossing is that there's Andrews, he's the main character who's trying to get with the hunters with Mueller, and Nicolas Cage is in a movie that's on Hulu now, and it's written by John Williams. Arm wrestle me, sir. Alright. Equal rights for equal fights. He beat up the autistic guy for money. Is that real? Is that an actual thing? Alright, so let me check chat. Yeah, in RDR2. Oh, well, yeah, but bro, RDR2 is so much of a retcon. It's a retcon of everything. Like, it's pathetic. It's like an absolute fucking disaster. I stole a bazooka from the Americans, buddy. Fucking base, bud. You have to continuously rob this random dude and his family. Leaves town. It's a psyop. Sounds like it. Sounds like a psyop, bro. But yeah. So that was we're at Butchers Crossing chapter 4. Butchers Crossing chapter 4. Check. Note. Alright. That's just what I need to do for later, so when not like I'm like, alright, where I'm at, like I can just really search it really quick. Because sometimes the books get lost. The books get lost. I should get Audible for real. Yeah, you should get Audible for real. Audible is the best. The best. It's got the largest library of audiobooks that you could possibly ask for. Over 500,000 audiobooks. Okay, and all narrated individually. They're great. They really save you a lot of time if you can't sit down and read, or you don't have the time to. Audible is great. I actually have the Henry Ford edition of Mein Kampf from Audible. It's gifted to me. It's still in my library as we speak. It's not that great, but it is what it is. Doesn't YouTube have everything? No, YouTube does not have everything. Warriors of the Shire, have you ever tried to, like, find audiobooks on YouTube? Like, I don't know, man. Think about it, buddy. Think about it. On YouTube, it's tough and hard to find. Or at least be, like, cohesive with it. You can get audiobooks for free, bro. Yeah, you can get audiobooks for free. You can get audiobooks for free, but bro, Audible has the best library. Gotta use channel filter. You gotta use the channel filter on Audible, and then not the video filter. Exactly. YT has a lot of stuff I like because I like weird niche stuff people in niche are excited about, but then I go to find something common and YouTube is like, nah. Well, you know, I mean, sometimes that's just the way she goes. That's the way she goes. What can you do? Way she goes, boys. Archive.org got them. Yeah, they might, bro, because huge data leaks and data dumps and data files. I'm sure that Audible, whenever the next, like, civilization finds fucking, you know, the last traces of humankind, it'll be Audible. They'll be like, oh, you know, they'll be listening to, like, Audible books, and it'll teach them fucking everything. Like, and they'll recreate the wheel and fire and everything. It'll be great, bro. Audible is awesome. Audible is great. Okay, that's not who I'm working for now. I still work for Amazon, but I might. No, I don't work for Audible. Also, no, it's not true. Mortal Kombat is on on YouTube. They're probably charging you for it. They're probably charging you like $5 for it. So look, I'm gonna give you your daily dose of DBZ. Are you ready for your daily dose of DBZ? I'll share the link in the chat. Let's see. Alright, here's your daily dose of DBZ. This is Gohan Kill Cell remastered in 720p. And, like, a lot of people always want, like, the highest definition, like, you know, everything, but I think it looks great in 720p. Sorry, that's a fucking, bring your style to your life ad. Whatever the fuck that means. But, yeah. Here is the fucking link. Your daily dose of DBZ is Shinhwa. Not Shinhwa. Shinhan. The three-eyed fucking weirdo. Check out my Kakarot uploads. I actually just uploaded the semifinals of the 23rd World Tournament, which is in Dragon Ball. Which is something that I like that they did with the DLC, is like, they didn't keep going into like the super, like the fucking, like, other shit no real DBZ person fan really cares about since Akira Toriyama-san has died. You know, rest in peace to him. You know, no one cares about Super because Toriyama-san didn't have shit to do with that. So, like, we don't care. Like, whatever. Y'all want to make Gohan fucking evil and Goku evil. Like, it's just bullshit. Like, oh, well, it's alternate reality. Fuck off, nigger. You know, like, no. It's because DB Super is trash garbage. It is, bro. It's fucking like, I haven't even watched it. I haven't even watched GT. I watched, the Hell Android Saga. Like, I had it on a VHS, bro. I got it on a VHS. And, it was like Goku fighting, and it was all, dubbed. No, it was subbed. It was subtitled in English on a VHS. Bro, and I don't have that tape no more. It's just gone, bro. Like, I had... oh, bro. Like, that shit was fucking... And it was only, like, 2 episodes. I paid, like, $10 for it. At a strip mall or something, you know? And yeah, but like I've never watched anything beyond like the Android Gohan Trunks saga in GT. Like, I don't even like I know about like the Vegeta baby stuff, and I'm just like, bro, what the fuck is this? Like, I'm not even gonna watch GT because I know that there's some fucking Vegeta baby, like, truffle alien. Like, bruh, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, fuck off. Like, what is this bullshit? I ain't even gonna fucking watch this shit ever. I still haven't watched it. It's been out for like 21 years. You know, bro, I'm not watching Grand Tour. Goku's Grand Tour. You know, like, no, fuck that. That's not Goku's Grand Tour. That's some fucking bullshit, bro. That's some fucking like, just oh, bro. Like I don't know. I feel like I'm ranting right now about Dragon Ball Z, bro. I have to go piss though. But look, this is the link. Here's the link. Go check the link out while I'm pissing. You will probably enjoy it, even though it's only 720p. You know, it's not like everything has to be fucking the greatest fucking high resolution, whatever. Like, get fucked. You know. Alright, I'm gonna go piss. I'll be right back. Enjoy that. Enjoy it. It's for you, chat. It's for you boys and girls.
Good morning to you.
Katie asked, oh no, Code asked me, have I watched Gran Torino? Yeah, bro, I've seen. Oh fuck. Yeah, bro, I've watched Gran Torino like a couple years ago. Fucking Clint Eastwood movie. Super Saiyan 4 is cooler than 3. Bro, I think Super Saiyan 2 is probably the coolest out of all of them. Because, like, it's just, like, sharper. Like, they're all, like, more focused. Hard. Fucking hard, bro, in Super Saiyan 2, bro. Super Saiyan 3 overcompensates. They don't even have fucking eyebrows. Like, fuck off. This is faggot shit. You don't even have fucking eyebrows. All the hair went from, like, the other parts of your body, including your eyebrows, to your fucking hair. Bruh. That's not it. That's not it, bro! Let's say you're gonna buy this fucking house and I'm in the stream. Can I buy this fucking house, nigga? Alright, can I buy this fucking tent right here? Right here? Hey, right here. Could rent it for $5. That's right, this is my tent right now, nigga. What you gonna do, bitch? You ain't gonna do shit, cause boys gangs up in this bitch for life, nigga. Alright, well. Casey, Code of Truth, Warriors of the Shire, Valk. LARPer, shout out to LARPer, the hardest. Because LARPer wants me to stream during the day. Tree Master Bob, Interdimensional Lizard. Shout out to all my niggas! Hard represent, let's go! Forge hood up in this shit, yeah, shit up in this gang. Hey, I ran my property, I can go to bed. Legally, we can save the game. The fuck? We shall be together in paradise. Override. Check out the Kakarot DLC that I've been posting on the channel. It's pretty good. It's pretty, like, it's damn near exactly to the manga. And like the movie, however the movie show is, but like it's a lot closer. Like it looks great. Everywhere be forged, motherfucker. Let's go, bro. All will be forged, and when they realize it. The second they realize it, they know that they're done, bro. They're cooked. They're cooked like Surfer. They're cooked like Shaggy. They're fried up on the frying pan by the frying man. Shit, you know, be putting them herbs and spices, all 23 flavors, all up in this shit like Dr. Pepper, nigga. What you gonna do up in this bitch, blood? Cooked to a crisp, my nigga. Look at this motherfucker right here.
Everyone get away!
What? I just pulled some rope out and this motherfucker fell back in his chair and fucking niggas ran off. Alright. That's a good place to end it. Have a good one, chat. I'll see you when I see you around. Check out the Kakarot uploads. I think they're pretty, like, based and accurate to the manga. And, yeah. Maybe one day I'll tell all. Maybe one day there will be a tell all. But maybe not today. Maybe whenever we beat Red Dead Redemption 2, which is soon. Which is very soon. Arthur has tuberculosis. He's back from Gorman, so he'll be dying soon. We need to go here. Alright. Rest easy, chat. See you when I see you. Take it. Go with Christ. Arthur has ligma. Here's one more. Here's one more. Your daily dose of DBZ. And it's Gotenks. Fusion. Super Gotenks. Yeah. Like fucking Piccolo. Piccolo can't even control this white ass nigga. It's fucking hilarious. Alright. Arthur has ligma. Pickle O is the best character. Well, check him out in that that right there, bro. And I'll see y'all around. Have a good one, chat. Go with Christ. There's nothing to shoot at around here, so. Want me to go kill a Mexican? Alright. Chat said they want me to kill a Mexican, whatever. Oh, yeah, yo, chat loves this. This is what chat wants. Yeah, chat. This is how you do it. Alright.
Don't test me now. You would have done. That damn sheriff will hear about it.
On it goes up.